We do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description.
Why does this song sound kind of stupid? Hello. Happy. Wait, why do I say that every single time? I swear. Ain't nothing happy about today. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, welcome in. Good Thursday, I guess. You're such a hater. What do you mean? How am I a hater? This song's lame. Lame song. What do you want from me? The song sounds like like it sounds like an echo or like something like that. New model? No, I just never use it. I never use any of my models that I currently have ever for whatever reason. So I'm trying to use them now. I need to do a hand calibration. What is this? What is this? I don't know what this is. What is this? You see that? You see that? You see my hands? What is that? A school outfit? Maybe. Maybe not. Look at the nerd. No, I ain't no nerd, buddy. Ain't nothing nerdy about me. Hogwarts. I don't understand what looks Hogwarts about this. I don't know what you would think. Maybe like the sweatshirt? Does it look like, you know, freaking a Leviosa? Like, is that what it looks like to you? I don't know. I don't have any kind of wand or nothing like that. What's that? Another one. Hey, Lizard, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. No cowgirl. Next time I sing the Carl Papa song, I'll do it in the cowgirl outfit. How about that? How about that? A Night of Tree and Other Stories sounds interesting. Yeah? Yeah, I'll read that for you for an entire stream. No, it's Leviosa. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Close enough. Karl Popper? This philosopher? Karl Papa. That's what it is. You have arthritis? Do I look like I have arthritis to you? Maybe a little bit. My hand I need to recalibrate these dumb gloves. Hold on. Let me calibrate. I have to calibrate because they're not accurate. Get that all sorted away. Yeah, there we go. Display. Thumb. There. Yeah, that looks pretty good. There. Done. Looking good. Hand is now calibrated. Gotta do this one too now. Calibration. What is this horrid song? What is this horrid song? Alright, hand. Hello, Truck. Welcome to the meme champs. How you doing? Welcome. Am I happy for tomorrow? I really wish I could say yes. But, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna say yeah, I am. I am excited. I'm just mad that everyone else gets to play it before me. If you give me a single spoiler, I will actually ban you from the channel. Like, not even joking. Don't do it to me. I don't care how long you've been in this chat. You say one thing about Resident Evil 9 and I will ban you. Straight ban. No ands, or buts. You could be around here for 5 years and I'll ban. Hello, Easy. Wait, promise. Shut up. Shut up, Master Chief isn't Resident Evil. Yeah, I should have known. Should have known. The residents do be quite evil. I'm mad that I can't play like all the other EU people. Curse them for being EU. I hate it. Shut up. The heck? A VPN? Like that would make much of a difference. I have it down. I don't have it downloaded, but I bought it already. I'm just waiting for it to drop. But living in Europe really a price worth paying? Touche. Touche. Can we use a controller or keyboard for the game? That's a spoiler. Mods get them. The zombie. Why is there a hype train? What the? Why are we getting this like daily? I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on with that crap. They wouldn't know a good thing if a cheeseburger bit them on the baldy. What are you talking about? I don't know. I'm a freaking American, okay? I don't know what a kilometer is. Do I look like it? Let me finish eating my grapes, okay? I'm stress eating. Leave me alone. I'm eating a lot of fruit. When I start to stress eat, I only eat fruit now. I have made that a thing. and I don't like a lot of fruit, so it kind of works out. We use freedom units. You're right. You know what? You're on to something. Anyway. Hey, so I bet you're in here because you're curious on why I pinged everybody on Tuesday about a job. A job. I used the forbidden word. I'm sorry. Using the forbidden word. What type of fruit? I'm just having grapes right now. What? That's not the worst thing you can stress eat? Yeah. The J slur. I know. I'm so sorry, Seven. Didn't mean to. Anyway, I've been out of a job since July of last year. And hey, I mean, the Lord's been good. I mean, I've been able to pay my bills still and go to school. So, I'm looking at the last 2 months of school and then I graduate. As long as I keep doing my stuff. I could drop the ball if I wanted. I'm not going to. But I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Let me stop. Hold on. Let me stop eating. Give me a second. Thank you, Task, for the 42 months. Anyway, I'm 2 months away from graduating with my certs. So what I'm more than likely gonna end up doing, I had an extensive little prayer time because you ever heard the phrase jack of all trades but profession of none kind of thing? Well, I have a lot of things that I can offer. You know, from PC repair to customer service to teaching children to content creation. Like, there's a lot that I can do. A lot of things that I do. Funny. Anyway, I have a lot of different types of talents, and just different like avenues that I wouldn't mind going through. I think the problem is that I kind of get bored really easily. So although I was teaching for like 5 years, I don't want to really do. I'm not looking to move beyond preschool like teaching. I'm not looking more for that. Genuinely, I think when it comes to kids, I like to be around kids, but it's not my joy. Does that make any sense? It's more like I did it because I was offered the opportunity, and it was fun while it lasted. But I just don't see myself doing that all my life. The thing about vocational ministry is that it's not a paying job. So that's another thing I want to tell you. Everything I'm doing in school right now, there's nothing that I get out of that, by the way. And that's fine because this is all I get in the kingdom. But what I mean is that God expects people to still have a job and do what they need to do to pay their bills. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people make it overly spiritual when they're like, oh, well, I just got to see what God's going to lead me next. And it's like, just get a job. You know, like it doesn't matter. As long as you get from point A to point B, like, just pay your bills. And, you know, for instance, Jesus was a carpenter, right? And then Paul also worked on tents. Like, Paul worked on tents while doing the ministry. So, like, just get a job. So again, I was able to do what I was able to do because I was working most of my time that I was streaming. I think I was working full time for about 3 years, I want to say, when I was a streamer. But I only streamed for like 3 hours. I only started full-time streaming just recently. And, you know, again, thank God that he made a way that I was able to still pay my bills and you know, do schooling at the same time. Well, I'm looking for a part-time job so I can kind of do streaming and part-time job as well, but something that I want to do. And the pay will be absolutely garbage, but if I love doing it, I'm going to do it. Does that make any sense? How do I say this? I have a dream, okay? One, to write a book, but that's a long time project. And two, I love animals. I've always wanted to work in the veterinary field. Like, I've always wanted to do that. It's not impossible for me to do. I gave up on it because I was really good in IT. And so, like, when I got out of high school, I was looking into IT fields, and I realized I hated it. Like, I really hated it, but I was good at it. So I kept doing things along that line. I don't like it. But the one thing that I always loved that everyone kind of kept saying, no, don't do that because you won't get paid much. You won't get paid much working with animals. And I'm like, all right, I guess you're right. But, like, that was, like, my dream since I was, like, in elementary school. And people kind of talked me out of it. And I'm at a place where it's like, if God will open those doors, I'm going to walk through it. If he doesn't, then I'm going to keep content creation and maybe work somewhere else. But that's my dream. One, to open a book or to write a book. And two, I love working with animals. I don't care what kind of field it is. I'll scrub toilets. I don't care. Like, I'll scrub toilets in a veterinary field. But if it gets my foot in the door and I can keep, like, making experience, I want to work with animals. Like, my big dream was, like, to travel. And to, like, work with exotic animals and things like that. Like, I love horses. I love, they're not exotic, but I mean, like, just in general. Like, I love, like, farm animals. Like, I'm not really big on fish, but I mean, if I have to, it's not a big deal. I like mammals. I stick with mammals mostly, but, I'm a big animal lover, and I'm kind of just coming to terms with, like, all right, well, I'm going to be in ministry. All right. I'm a content creator. These are two things that are not going away anytime soon. But the thing about content creation is that I could sit here and make videos and, like, be like, oh, guys, look, Resident Evil 9. Let's make a video on Resident Evil 9. I got to get views. I got to do that. But it's not me. It's not me. Like, I will make content. The most content I made was clips, you know, like on TikTok and Instagram and on X. Like, that's the most TikTok content you're going to get out of me. That's literally all the content that I post, and I've been doing that for years, and somehow you're all here. But, like, to be, like, a big streamer or a big content creator, I don't really know if that's really in the cards for me. And to be honest, it's not my dream. If I'm being really honest, it's not my dream to have people watch me. I know that might be other people's dreams, and that's great. Like I said, like, when I started streaming, this was never a thing that I wanted to do. All I wanted to do was preach the gospel, honestly, and I just wanted to be myself. And here we are. Like, we did Wednesday night Bible studies for a long time. I put a hold to that so I can focus on, like, on my school, but everything else, like, I'm kind of just I'm doing out of my obedience to the Lord, but at the same time, my dream, my personal dream that I've always had was to work with animals. Like, that was something I always wanted to do. And we Bible study every day. We did every Wednesday. But it's not that. That's a dream of mine. Okay. And who knows? Maybe I'll hate it. Maybe I could say I love it now, but maybe I would end up hating it later. So that's why I give it to the Lord, because if this is something that I can do, I would really like those doors to be open. And imagine, what if I work part-time doing whatever with animals? It doesn't matter, like, whether it's cleaning freaking kennels. Like, I'll do kennel cleaning for $11 an hour. I don't care. I could make more doing preschool, but if I'm getting lower pay to do something that I love, I'm gonna do it, because that's the only way you're gonna get where you want to be. The best part about it is that I also get to stream, but my overall goal for this is that I want to get to a point where I can financially sustain myself without worry or stress, or, you already know me. I don't like running subathons. I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I don't like to feel like I have to depend on any of you guys. I don't like that. I don't like to feel like I have to depend on videos. I don't like to feel like I have to depend on content to get my bills paid. I don't like that. I don't like the concept. I don't like it. It's a lot of stress that I just don't want to do. I like to keep my hands busy. I like to keep a schedule. I like to do things like that. I like to be active. I'm an active breed, okay? I'm a worker type breed. So what I had for the future, and this is me, okay? This is just me. I'm kind of throwing things out there right now. Nothing's set in stone, but this is how I kind of see things, whether it's schooling or anything else. This is what I want to do. I want to work a part-time job again, or I don't want to do full-time yet, unless that's something that might be better. I want to work a part-time job. I don't care if I'm making $11 an hour. I want to stream still. But when I stream, I want to focus on if any kind of donations or anything that I get from subs, I want it to just go towards projects and mission projects like we just did for the fire truck. I want that to be what I do for streaming, and any content from that is just to pull other people in to come hang out. So it will still be kind of evangelistic in retrospect. And then I want to keep going to school. If it's possible, I want to continue down the line of ministry and go further into Lee University. These are the things I want to do. I want to write a book later in the future. Like, I want to plan out ideas to write a book. But I also want to work with things. Like, if I had a career job, a job that I do, ministry is different than a job, by the way. You got job and then you got ministry. You do both, okay? This is what people do a lot of the times. I want to work with animals, and I want to do missionary work with streaming, and then I want to further in my education and write that book. Those are the things I want to do, if you were to ask me. So, is it possible? It is. But is it what God wants for me? I don't know. So we're gonna find out. I applied to about 10 different jobs the other day. And last night, I applied to a few more. We'll see. I even told the Lord, I said, let none of them contact me if this is not where you want me to go. None. I don't want no contact from nobody. Throw away my resume if this is not the direction you want me to go. But I was told that God likes people who dream big because we serve a big God, so I'm going to continue to dream big and see where he takes me from here, whether it's content creation or it's working and doing what I really wanted to do, and streaming would just be a fun hobby for me. I'm not saying that I'm going to go away or anything from here because clearly it's important to be here. But like I said, I don't like doing subathons. I don't like having to depend on content views or things like that. And if I do get anything from streaming, I want that to be a benefit for missionary work, for charity work, for whatever it is that we're planning to do or projects that we want to fund. I want that to go to that. That is the idea. That is the way I want things to go. Like I said, we'll see how it goes, but I'm just sharing with you kind of what's been going through my mind recently, and keeping you informed, because I know I've been pretty open about everything for the last 4 years, so why stop? You know? And bless the fire truck, yeah. We'll get more information about that soon, so be tuned for that one. Most content creators want to agree with you, but some don't. I don't know what you mean by that. For what? Getting a job? I don't know what you mean. Listen, I thrive when I'm driving. You can be a part-time fire truck driver. You're funny. I thrive when I'm working. I've said this every single time that I've been working and streaming. I thrive when I'm busy. I thrive when I'm doing stuff. And I can enjoy my hobby of streaming more when it's not something that I feel like I need to do. You know what I mean? I'm always gonna say this for any streamers that are, I guess, around my level or under. It is possible it can be a career for streamers and things like that to go further, but the real career is in YouTube. Streaming, you have to stream every single time if you want to get like your paid sponsors or you want to get ad revenue. You always have to stream. On YouTube, it can become passive income. And YouTube, the passive income is the best thing you could possibly get. Could I have spent more time maybe doing YouTube videos? Yeah, I could have, but it wasn't really my passion to do so. And I believe that whoever's here now, which is you guys, are here for a reason. So I'm happy with where I'm at, and I don't care if I grow or not at this point, because wherever I'm supposed to be, I'll be there eventually. I'm just gonna go from A to C to D to F, I don't care, all the way to B, you know what I mean, or to Z, wherever I need to go. I'll take stops along the way, but my no, passion doesn't come first. I would say my obedience to the Lord comes first. Everything after that is whether it's good, if it's good for me or not. That's the question. So yeah, I'm here. I'm streaming. But yeah, I'm doing all right. Like I said, I'm stress eating a little bit. It's never. Let me put it out this way. I'm okay spiritually, mentally. It gets a little rough. No one likes a transitional period. You know what I mean? The closer I get to graduation, the more anxious that I'm kind of getting, if I'm being honest. And I think when it comes to the online sphere, it's very uncertain for me too. Like I said, I don't plan to go anywhere, but it's still very uncertain for me on what I'll be doing here. Probably would have been better if I would have started off content creation on YouTube, honestly, if I wanted to do something like along the lines of making a career out of content creation. But I don't know if I have it in me. If I'm being honest, I enjoy hanging out. I enjoy talking. I can talk a lot. Maybe I never had the right team around me. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. There's no use really thinking about it. I believe I'm exactly where I need to be right now at this point in time. So I'm not stressing out and thinking, oh, well, I could have done that or I should have done that. Like I said, being in a transitional period just doesn't really feel good. I mean, if you're a piece of clay, it doesn't really probably wouldn't feel good for the clay to get burnt and sculpted. You know what I mean? And geez. Speaking of that, yeah, when I lost my sponsor with G Fuel, and it was mostly because they were asking too much of me that I didn't really want to do for what they were offering. I think that was when I kind of started to realize that I don't really know if I really want to kind of do energy drinks or things like that, or like paid promotions, like not really looking for that one. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm almost done with these grapes. I need to stop. I can't get too much into that crimson, but it just wasn't working. Post-game interview. I can see why you would think that. But, yeah, you're on the same page with me. Cool. Yeah. I don't care if I make dirt, okay? I need to just keep my hands busy. And everything else will work out. The thing is, I think when people don't want to achieve their dreams is because they get talked out by people who are like, oh, well, you shouldn't work that job because they make crap. Like, this is the reason why I never went to the veterinary field, okay? Hold on. I didn't go into the veterinary field because I had too many people in my ear who told me, well, why would you want to do that? Because with the same amount of schooling that you get to become a veterinarian, you can do that to become a doctor and make 10 times more. That is what made me drop out of it, because I'm like, oh, well, I guess you're right. But the world isn't about money. And really, I'm getting to the point where it doesn't really matter. Like, the thing is, there's a lot of things you could do that won't pay you a lot, but if you're just chasing the money, then why bother? Go work at a warehouse then, if that's the case, or work for Amazon or the mill. Like, that's if you have that kind of mindset, go work over there then. But if you don't want to work a mill job and you don't want to work at a warehouse, and those aren't the things that you're wanting to do, that means you have something in you that you're really striving for. And you shouldn't chase after the money in that case, because what you work and do is what you're going to do for the rest of your life. So when you're 18, you don't know what you want to do. Like, when you're asking these teenagers, like, it's like, oh, what major are you're gonna get into? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go to psychology. I'm gonna go into, whatever it might be. You work at a warehouse. Well, like I said, I have a lot of family who work in the mill. So, the thing is that you can't, if you chase the money, then that's all you're really going to get. But if I chase a job that I would really love to do, and again, even if I get paid $15 an hour at most, at least it's working experience to continue to do what I want to do. It's all about stepping stones, and people have to be willing to. Again, I keep using this analogy, but you need to be willing to scrub toilets if you want to get to where you want to get. And essentially what I'm saying is be humble about it. Don't think that you deserve so much money because of blank, blank, and blank. I know it might be nice to make $20-something an hour. I could work a job to make $20 an hour right now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. I don't want to. And I think, like I said, everything is going to work according to how it will. And, And I think that if I wanna scrub toilets first, I'm gonna scrub toilets, and then get my foot in the door, get the experience. Because the thing is, you can have a college degree and do absolutely nothing with it. I can't tell you how many people I know who. And by the way, if you're in college, don't let this discourage you. It's still nice to have, but what I mean is that I've met so many people who have college degrees and they're not even doing anything with it. Years and years later, it literally collects dust, and they have done something completely different than where they were. What I'm saying is that it doesn't, if it, yeah, that's too, Christian boy. If it's in the Lord's work, he will open those doors. And if you have the experience somewhere, people are more likely to want to hire you just based off the fact that you have experience somewhere. I have heard so many people hiring employers they told me, they're like, oh well, I really would only really hire. They only hire people mostly who have the experience over someone who has the degree. And I thought that was kind of messed up, because I'm like, well, they did all that schooling, they have to pay back that loan, and you're telling me that you guys prefer just more experienced people? But they do. You could literally have just worked semi in the industry, and if you just word it right and say you have experience in A, B, C, and D, they're gonna just hire you right in the spot, and you could have had zero schooling at that point. So it's like sometimes it goes over experience, but it also depends on what job you're going for too. Because if you're looking for a job, even then, if it's word of mouth, you can still probably land it. I've just heard so many people just straight up have nothing, do nothing with their degree, and that's why I never went to college right after school, because I went to a trade. I figured if I was gonna go into college, it had to be something that I was absolutely sure 100% without a shadow of a doubt that I was gonna use it. So that was the reason why I didn't even do the IT stuff, because I wanted to get my certificates. And the thing is, when I finally did get into an IT field, and even when I was working at repairs, I hated it. I hated it so much. I'm like, I don't want to deal with people's computers. I don't want to deal with your phone. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I may be good at it, but I don't want to do it. I hate it. You know? So if I wanted to do more AT stuff, I could. I just don't want to. And I'm really glad I didn't go to college for that, because my goodness, I would have been suffering. Really would have been suffering. So, yeah. It's just like I said, trade is really good. I feel like when you really get to work, and listen, when you're 16, get a job. I don't care. Get a job. When you're 15, try and get a job. Anything after 16, get a job. Do work-based learning in school, because what is that high school degree going to do for you anyway? Who cares? Just not even degree. I'm sorry. Your core, whatever. Get a job. And then you're going to find out really quickly, when I was 16, my first job was at a farmer's market. My first job was a farmer's market, and I took it, and I realized I do got a ton on my mind. I'm sorry. Now I got a ton of anyway. I worked my first job at a farmer's market, and it was really fun because they put me in the back where there was a big corn maze. It was a big corn maze, but also there was the customer service part of it. There was they would sell donuts, they would sell I think caramel apples. They had all this different stuff that you can do. So I that was my first job, and I'm out, and I had a car at the time because my dad was able to get me a car, and then he sold it. But anyway, besides the fact, I had that car, and I'm like, shoot, I'm paying a real bill now. I'm paying insurance. I got my car insurance, I got health insurance I'm paying for now. And now I'm working this job. I'm still in high school. I was like, wow, this is pretty great. And then I quickly realized how much I was yeah, whatever I work, I want to make sure that I like doing it, because I hated that after a while. I was like, I hate this. People would yell at me, scream at me, and they were just like, you're supposed to be happy. How can you go to a farmer's market and be mad? You're in a corn maze. What is your problem? Anyway, I remember I used to have just really mean and annoying people, and they're like, well, I don't know why I need a wristband for that. Just stupid things. It's a literal farmer's market. But anyway, I worked at one, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I want to do things that I want to do. So I thought it was IT at the time, and I'm like, I love computers. I like building computers. And at the time, I had a big head because I was the only girl in my my A+ class, and nobody else everyone else kind of was just like, a girl in IT. You know, it was just stupid. But anyway, I was like, oh yeah, I like doing this stuff. I like building PCs, you know. I like troubleshooting. At least I thought. No, it was a career center class. But I was able to take it in high school because my high school offered a like vocational study. So basically what I would take at a career center, I was able to take while I was in high school. So I got kind of a jump ahead, and I'm really glad for that because, like I said, if I would have gone into that in college, man, I would have hated it. I really would have. I don't like working on people's computers. I really don't. People still to this day ask me advice, and I'm like, man, I don't even know anymore. I don't care. I barely even work on mine. Did I ever get an old person that asked me to log into their Facebook? Yeah. I like troubleshooting. You realize Resident Evil 9 just heard you say that. Yeah, well, anyway, I know I kind of got it's extremely off topic, but what I'm just trying to get at is that when it comes to streaming, because everything else doesn't really matter to you, but when it comes to streaming, my overall goal is to only be around at this point. One, to hang out and have fun, for it to be a hobby again for me, and when it comes to doing any type of charity work, I want every dollar, all the funds that I get from streaming, to go to a mission project. So that's the reason why I'm pushing so hard to do this. And the great part about it is that, like I said, I still do get a decent amount of pay from Twitch right now. So right now is the best time, I would say, for me to do a part-time job that I'm getting paid dirt. Because if I get my foot in the door, if I go back to school for that too, because I love reading. I really like learning. Come to find out, whatever it might be, I just want to keep learning and keep learning and keep learning and just keep going that direction. And I think now is a really good time to do that. So like I said, I'm in a transitional period right now. It doesn't really feel good. But I'll make it through. Don't just play video games, play education. Yeah, I guess. But anyways, thank you for listening to my rant. I'm just kind of telling you some stuff. You guys have watched me over the years, I would say, or some of you have. And I feel like I've kind of gone through a lot of different phases through the last 5 years already. I think what kind of made me a little nervous is the fact that I'm 27 now, and I felt like I didn't waste my time streaming for the last 4 years, so don't get that impression. I just feel like I could have done a lot more during that time, whether it was like getting a jump start in what I wanted to do. I guess maybe there was a small part of me that thought that I would be a bigger VTuber when I first started streaming. Hence why I think I might have wasted a lot of my time, but I'm not wasting my time anymore. And I'm gonna make everything that I do more intentional. There's a lot of VTubers I know who kind of stopped streaming just to go back to school. Long story short, you hate us and this is your graduation. No, I as far as I'm concerned, what I do for stream is kind of hand in hand with ministry. It ain't really going anywhere. Will I be consistent with my streams as much? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Not the G word. You mean the J? I'm hinting that. No, I don't. I am not hinting that. Like I said again, I don't like doing subathons. I don't like relying on views, subs, and things like that. I don't like relying on that. It does not make me feel good. It makes me feel kind of like a loser. I'm not lying. I'm being straight honest. Okay, I'm just being straight honest. I'm not saying that people who do run subathons are losers. I'm just saying that's how I felt. So I just want to really clarify that before someone jumps up my case and say, "Oh my God, I can't believe she said that. She called off VTubers a loser." Like, that is not what I'm trying to say. I'm just being honest with you, and I feel like we're at a place where I can be pretty honest about how I feel about things, I would say. But I just don't like doing that kind of stuff. This week on VTuber Drama, Kaori called VTubers losers. No, no, I did not. Shut up! You're gonna reword what I said. Anyway, yeah, get a job. Get a job. She called me a loser. Shut up, Silent. It's not the case. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Everyone's living situation is different. I'm just saying how I felt. You're trying to get a job? Good. Me too. I don't want to be a preschool teacher anymore. It isn't my job. It isn't my joy, okay? It is not my joy to teach any bit of children. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. I got to a point where I'm like, man, these kids just don't listen to me ever, and I need to do it anyway. And then I would have the random kid that would just act so out of bounds. I can't. But I'm glad for the experience, because if I have the patience for all these preschoolers, I think I have the patience for any other adult or any animal that I run across. My fart is on the floor. Like, yeah. Yeah, no. Remote jobs are really good at Linguini. The reason why I'm not going for remote jobs is because I can't do it. I cannot sit still. I cannot. It is a miracle that I stream and that I can sit here. But otherwise, even when I'm spending my own time without streaming and I'm just playing a game, I cannot sit for longer than a certain amount of time. I need to move. I need to get out. I need to go do something. So you can imagine how awful it is during the snow season when I can't do anything. I got no hills. I got no mountains. I can't go up there. I can't do nothing. I can't. I'm just stuck at home. Remote jobs are just basically doing them at home. So, like, again, IT jobs, there's a lot of remote IT jobs. Those are things I probably could have done. I don't want to. I don't want to. It is not something that I'm going to be like, oh, well, I get paid a decent amount. I might as well do that. No, I'm not. I'm good. Even if I were to go into another sector, like, I think at one point I was looking into cloud security. Even if I were to do stuff like that, if I don't enjoy it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not going to. I don't enjoy remote jobs. I don't enjoy sitting in one area. I like to keep my hands busy. I like to do stuff. So when I'm not really, and it's hard to keep myself accountable once I get to a place where I've gotten comfortable. I don't want to do that. I'm very routine, very scheduled type of person. And when that gets thrown out of whack because, oh, well, I work from home. I don't like that. I don't like it. I'm disciplined, but not that disciplined to be sitting here working from home, and I don't enjoy it. Labor jobs, no. I would rather do a labor job, I think, than work from home for the same pay. I'm good. I'm good. Just sitting here staring at a screen. I think even my vision is getting kind of bad right now because I've started to notice that the further away that I'm reading something, it looks kind of blurry. I've never had glasses, but I'm getting to a point where I think that I've been sitting in front of a screen for the last 4 years, like a little too much daily. I'm starting to feel like my eyes are not... maybe I'm just getting older, too. I don't know. Maybe it could be me just getting older, but... like, I'm starting to strain my eyes now when I'm looking at a certain distance at something. Or it looks a little blurry. I can't describe it. It's not like I can't read it still. I can read it, but I have to strain my eyes. And I think that's I think I need to check up for that. Yeah, maybe I would, but I don't have that kind of money. So I'm not going to. But maybe if I'll figure it out in the later. After school, after I'm done with my schooling, and then once I get my things done, I think I'll be okay.
Why did you give me a dollar?
Well, it's been too long since I've been here and got
It's been here.
Why are you winking at me? Why did you give me a
big forehead, Kaori. You can't hide it. I am kidding, but
How are you gonna donate me $50 and call me auntie? Yeah, I was gonna say, are you Beta Cooler? Because your name literally looks familiar. You're Beta Cooler. Where the heck have you been, Loco? Honestly. It's good to see you again. Well, thank you for the 50. I'm probably gonna I'll probably get eggs and a lot of eggs with that. What's up, Auntie? Don't call me that. Don't call me that. What Auntie is doing right now is talking about my future endeavor. That is what I'm doing. Anyway, eggs in this economy. I don't think I'd ever make it as an entrepreneur. I thought about it too. If you are an entrepreneur, first of all, you're in an extremely hard, a very hard industry. And second of all, that is not for me. I don't mind working underneath people. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I want to be my own boss. I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. I'm not that kind of person. I don't care. You tell me what to do and I'll do it. I've always been kind of that kind of person. And when it comes to leading a team, I can do that as well, as long as I'm told what to do ahead of time. Say, take care of this team, get this done, get that done. Okay, I'll get it done for you. But entrepreneur, yeah, entrepreneur, get out of here. Yeah, if you have an entrepreneur job, I have no idea how you do that. That is some. Technically, I feel like my dad might be considered an entrepreneur, but anyway, that is definitely not a industry for me. Not for me. If I was a really smart content creator, which I'm not, what I would have done is probably do that with like maybe merch early on, while making other things, and then of course making YouTube content instead of Twitch content. If I was smart, I probably would have done that the first year of my streaming. But I'm not smart. I'm not smart, and I don't really want to make it on YouTube now. If I make it on YouTube, it is a miracle from God at this point. I'm just being honest. It is a miracle from God if I somehow made it on YouTube. But I don't really. That's not my heart to do. It's not my love to do. It's not my dream. I guess that streaming and content creation was never my dream. Country Munkin, thank you for the 7 months. I appreciate it. It was never my dream. Good body pillow. Shut up. Okay, we're not gonna talk about that. That was so long ago. That was such a long time ago project that curse you in your memory. Anyway, my dream is to work with animals. So, yeah, we'll see where that goes. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll get my dream crushed, you know? Let's see. You guys want to see me get my dream crushed? Let's see if my dream gets crushed. Or let's see if I dream big enough and I work hard enough in ministry that God will honor that. Let's see what happens. Or maybe something else happens entirely different that I didn't even know. But this is where I'm at. I would rather shoot glass than run a subathon. I really would. You seen that Kaizo had a button? No, we didn't. I already had my dream crush in the Shut up, Secrets. What is with you and your memory? Get out of here. Go play Overwatch or something. Don't you have bronze to get out of? I think you combine your dreams and live a live streamer. Yeah. Imagine if I was a VTuber and I'm just sitting over here saying, yo, I'm in Africa and we're looking at a reserve right now, and like, and just start things like that. It'd be so cool. I don't know. That's a big dream, but I don't know how it would fare in that. How about white belly pope? No. Crocodile hunting? Yeah. Look at this Kaori Lupin with the crocodiles. Probably me. Gonna get ready for that. Anyway. The grapes are gone. I ate them. They're gone. So anyway. Let's see what happens in the future. I'm nervous. I'm kind of really anxious about it, but there's a difference between fear and anxiety. Fear is the fear of something, or I'm sorry, fear is something that you are actively seeing as a physical reality, and anxiety is a blind reality that doesn't really reflect the physical. So for me, it is more like kind of a little mix of both, but at least you're actually eating. Listen here, I eat decently, all right? I had this morning, I had 3 eggs, I had I had a cheese stick. Yeah, I had a few cheese sticks. I forgot to make that protein shake I said I was gonna make. I had grapes. And a banana. I just ate a banana earlier. Before I started to stream, I had a banana and I ate some grapes. I think we're on a good line here. Course line, welcome to the meme champs. You know what I really want to do too? I really want to go fishing this summer. And this, I don't know if I'm going through like a midlife crisis or something. I have no idea. I very well could be going through something. But I want to go fishing this summer. I want to just get in a boat in the booty crack of dawn. I want to go out into the middle of a lake and cast my reel. I don't like putting a worm on a hook, but I'll have someone else do that for me, and then I just cast it out. I want to do that. I look like Ruby? Yeah, that's the first. I haven't heard that one before. That was a new one. Thank you, Cora. Midlife at 27. Why not go to the beach and fish for the pair? No, shut up. You gotta bait your own hook. No, I ain't baiting. I ain't gonna bait it. But I want to go fishing. Fishing's a really good hobby. I want to go fishing in the summer. I want to go longboarding again because that's my hobby. I want to take my doggo and go to the dog park. I want to... What else do I want to do? What else do I like to do? Oh, I want to read my book in the middle of a park. I like doing that. I really like to read in the middle of a park. I don't know why. And I want to... yeah, those are the things I want to do. And then... Yeah, maybe find volunteer work if I can't keep my hands busy enough. We'll see. I'm probably going to go to youth camp again this year and volunteer, more than likely. It's a week-long event, basically, where I have a whole cabin of teenagers, and it's absolutely horrifying. I did it for the last 3 years. I'm probably going to do it again. Have a whole teen of, I'm sorry, not pubescent children, because there's only a few of them that are like 12, 13, and they're always up my butt all the time because they're scared. I don't know. These kids are so anxious, I'm telling you. There is an anxiety that is like way out of there at this point. But anyway, yeah, have a cabin of 13, 14 kids, teenagers, sorry. I think of them as kids, so I just call them kids. And yeah, that's always fun to do for a week, and I love watching their lives kind of change because they're not able to use their phones for an entire week, and they are kids. Yeah, they're just kids. And that's always fun to do. Kids, her nephews. Speaking of nephews, my nephew is already driving. I don't know how to feel about that. I really don't. He's getting his license, and I'm like, where has the time gone? I used to wipe his freaking his booty and his poopy. Like, oh, how did this happen? How did this happen? Hey, you're grown up now. So yeah, that's kind of hurt. That's kind of hurting. It's kind of hurting me right here. But yeah, your nephew is older than you? How? Your oldest just got her learner's permit, and you're not ready for that's. I should be proud of him for being more dependable. For what? Wiping his butt or getting a car? What do you mean? I look back when I was 16 and think I would never have trusted me to start driving at 16. Both? Yeah. Both is good. Car, yeah, no. I was always a really good driver. My dad, obviously, was always in the car business, all his life. So, I've always been really good. I've never had a car accident. Ever. Never had one, never bumped into nothing. Actually, I take that back. I did bump into a pole when I was 16, but it wasn't like a hard pole. I was able to pull that out and it was fine. But other than that, I mean lies. I've never gotten into a car accident. I'm being serious. Never gotten in a car accident, but I have gotten a ticket. I've gotten 2 tickets in my life. The first ticket I got was because I was driving 70 in a 50. The second time, and that was from a state trooper. The second time I got one was last year, at the beginning of last year, I think. Yeah, I think it was last year. And it was because that I didn't renew my plate. And that wasn't fun because I had to go to court for that. But anyway, hopefully I don't get to do that. But yeah, no, I've never had anything like driver related accidents. I've been in a car with someone else who's had an accident before, but it wasn't too bad. But that's about it. Whatever. The fact that you say I'm lying is so sexist. That's crazy to me. Can't admit that I'm just a better driver than you. When I clearly am. I've always been very observative on the road. I'm honestly kind of like really anxious when I'm on the road all the time. And the reason why is because when I got my driver's license, when I was doing my driver's ed, the freaking instructor continued to play videos of teenagers running into a tree and dying. Like, I don't understand. It works clearly, but like that was the entire class. I think that entire month it was just straight up watching videos of, well, they got drunk and they ran into a tree and the whole family, you know, just constant death. Like every video I saw, I think it was like an accident. It was like every accident could be preventable, and it was like sometimes it's not even your fault. And the gaslight was world class. It really was. It was just constant, and it was graphic. Yes, it was just constant graphic death. And I'm like, do I even want to drive anymore? Like I was starting to like really not even want to get behind the wheel when I was 16. But yeah, no, yeah, I've never really had an issue with driving. If I ever do in the future, I feel like it probably won't be me related. Might be someone else related. Because I'm telling you, when I'm driving, I'm constantly getting it behind the wheel, knowing that I could die. Like, I just know that I could die. I don't have water with me right now. I'm sorry. What about other lessons like drinking, drugs, or how to save yourself? Yeah, it was like the entire driver's ed. Someone give Will Hesdy back his points. You never been in an accident? What happened to my Pontiac? What do you mean what happened to my Pontiac? I sold it. My dad was able to sell it to somebody who wanted it. I think I got like 1,000 out of it, honestly. I didn't really get much out of it. Board mode! Welcome to the meme, champs. Well, I am in a 1,000-pound bullet. You're right. You're right. What is that mentality? Get into the car knowing that you probably are going to be in a traffic jam for 10 years. I'm just telling you, when I get behind the wheel, there's absolutely... In fact, there was just a girl who, she was in my school a little after... Actually, a little before I graduated, and then maybe a few years later, she, you know, was a senior. She actually just died from a car-related accident from another driver who was a drunk driver. Why do the drunk drivers never die? Like, I know this sounds horrible, but I'm saying, why does every single time a drunk driver gets into an accident, why don't they ever die? And it's always the other people that die. Like, what? I'm just being honest. I don't know. Like, why is that a thing? Like, they're always alive. But anyway, she died. This happened a week ago, not even. And she was well known in the community. Pretty messed up. You can answer this. Why so? Yeah, I don't understand. Like, she just drove into the wrong lane. It had nothing to do with the girl who died. The girl who died, I can't say her name because if I do, you might be able to look it up. Anyway, she was driving down the lane, and then the drunk driver comes into the wrong lane and just goes headfirst into her. Like, she did nothing. She did not do anything wrong. She just drove. She just drove, and one bad person's decision just runs right into her. She dies. Drunk driver's still alive. It's just crazy. It was straight up jaws of life they had to use on that. Dead like that. So it's just like, it was like early in the morning, like 6 a.m., something like that. But yeah, alcohol. Someone had put in the bottom that most likely it was because with the alcohol that they don't clench up when they get in an accident. But I don't think I believe that, because if that's the case, like, you're still getting hit. I can't see the flexibility being a reason why a drunk driver. I just can't. I don't know. Like, so you mean to say if I tense up, that I'm gonna ram into something and then I'm just gonna brake because I tensed up? Like. What? But anyway, like I'm saying, every time I drive a car, I'm always having the thought that I could very well die. Like, I could very well die on this car. That is why I love the fact that my mom, every single time, it didn't matter if my mom was mad at me. It did not matter if we had an argument. Every time I got into my car, she always gave me a kiss and said, bye, love you, and be safe. Okay? I never take for granted if you have a mom or even a father or whoever your caregiver was or is. Give them. I don't care if you're just going down the street to a freaking Walmart. Like, seriously, you can get into that car and it could be over, just straight over, just like that. Stops them from going into shock, I think. Yeah, I don't know. If that's the case, if they are limp, then if I drive, I just have to pretend like I don't care, and then maybe I'll survive. If I drive and I get into an accident, I just have to be like, oh, well, it's gonna happen. You know, like, that's what's gonna have to happen. If I want to survive, I guess. It's just go entirely limp. But I swear that really doesn't sound like it would be any better. It really doesn't. I don't understand how you can just be flexible. Survival by being nonchalant, apparently. Yeah, is that where we're going? Yeah. you pray before you drive. If you die, you die. Yeah, pray and drive. Your mom does say the same to you. Tells you to be safe. You really joke with her, and you say you think about it. I'll think about being safe. Such a boy thing to say, for sure. That's funny. Like, oh, be safe. You're like, I'll think about it. Just a chill guy. It's because the drunk driver is in a more relaxed state. See? I don't Okay, I'm just gonna have the ragdoll. Guys, if I die, that's what's gonna have to happen. I'm just gonna ragdoll completely. Because then I won't die. I just gotta remember, if I'm about to die, just don't die. Just don't worry about it. Just let it happen. In fact, drive even faster into the driving car and be chill. Like, clearly, I just gotta be chill, I guess, if I don't want to die. How do you... If you're in an accident, the entire rule to survive is to be a chill guy. Should have known. You remember that one meme with the chill guy with his hand in the pocket? It's like avoiding dying in a car accident that had nothing to do with me by just being chill. It's really because the sober person swerves into a more dangerous situation. It's always them too. I swear, you're the one driving like an idiot and someone else ends up getting hurt. I just don't understand. When your mom says to you to drive safe, there's some crazy people on the road. There is, though. The closer you get to a city, the closer you get to actual freaking mayhem. Everyone drives however they want to drive. No turn signal. They're going to go wherever they want. They'll cut you off. They're going to tailgate you. Just crazy. I did see a video recently where there was this car that was tailgating another one. And, I guess that there was another car in front of that car that they couldn't see, and they were completely stopped in the road for some reason. So the car that was getting tailgated kept driving, and then at the very last second moved to the right lane, and the car that was tailgating ended up hitting the other car that was just sitting there in the road because they couldn't see ahead because they were too far up that car's butt. And I felt bad for the person who just was on the road, but like at the same time, it's like, why were you freaking tailgating like that? Just go. Like, knock it off. Anyway, so typical day in California, and that is why I'll never go to California. I'm good. I am good. You'll never see me step foot there unless it's at a national park. That is the only time you'll see me there. I ain't going for anything else other than that. I will see your red trees and I'm leaving. Yeah, tailgaters are annoying. What should you do when you what should I... You're giving me a stroke, man. What am I reading here? What are you talking about? Why did you just call it that, Rax? I can't even pronounce what you just put, and I'm not gonna say it. Wag? Florida drivers are like that too. Oh, I bet they are. Your mother says to stay safe a lot to you. The unsafe time are kind of traumatizing. Oh, that was the reason why I wasn't allowed a motorcycle. I really wanted a bike. I really did. My dad talked me out of it because, well, even though my dad was always he always has a motorcycle, and I would always go in the back when we were younger. But again, a lot of accidents happen out here, and I guess my dad just built different, so I'm not allowed to have one. Again, if I wanted to, I could. I mean, not even. I can't right now. What are we talking about? I would not finance one of them. But anyway, I'm still too short anyway. If I can't handle the bike, I ain't gonna get it. I would have to get like a really small, really small motorcycle. Basically, like a really just really tiny. But yeah, bikes are great, but I could never. And plus it doesn't make sense because you're paying for insurance on that thing, and if you live in the north like me, you only get to ride your motorcycle for about 4 months out of the year. It just doesn't make any sense. So when my dad broke it down for me like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna bother then. So yeah, I'm good. I don't. As much as I would love to have a motorcycle, there's no reason for me to pay that for something I won't be able to really. What do you mean just for 4 months? Yeah, for 4 months. Everything else is winter up here. It is winter all the time in the north. So it wouldn't really make any sense. Now, if I lived down south, it'd be a lot more tempting to me. Because it's not as bad. For you, it's like 2 months? Oh, that sucks. That's even worse. that bike is collecting dust for most of the year. You live in Canada? I know it. No, I do not live in Canada. I live in Chicago. See, and plus, that again, Chicago drivers are the worst that you could ever come across. And I'm telling you, they are horrible. And I've been to, what's it called? New Jersey, and they were also horrible drivers, but they mostly had horrible roads. Here, we have horrible roads and horrible drivers. We get both. We get both. The roads are bad, and the roads are bad because of one thing: they never get crap done. And two, every road that you have going out into different areas, they're small, they're tiny. These roads are like microscopic. So when you have to go somewhere, you have to really quickly turn 5 lanes over because you didn't see the stupid thing. And when you do that, it's a tiny little road, just 1 lane that goes into the city, and it's just horrible. And then you got crackheads over here, and then you got garbage over here, and then you got potholes everywhere else. It's horrible. It's just horrible. It's just not good. It sucks over here. It really does. If I could move down south, I would. I don't know, it's because you're from Texas, but the Chicago drivers seem kind of tame in comparison. The roads is what really makes it. The roads is what makes it. You got bad roads, you got bad drivers, and you got drivers in Illinois who, for one, don't like to pay for car insurance. My dad had a recent accident about 1.5 years ago, and we were driving right into the city, and some car goes into the shoulder, hits him. He did nothing at all, but the car that was behind him went into the shoulder and still rammed into him for some reason. And yeah, the guy didn't even have insurance. So he was like quickly on the call trying to get insurance because he didn't have any. He's like, oh, I just got this car. But he didn't. He had the car for a while. No one's uninsured, and you need to be insured. But the thing is, a lot of drivers, you got Illinois drivers who are not insured with their car, and then they drive like idiots, and then they will just sideswipe you, and sometimes they'll run off. The roads are bad. The roads are really tiny. It's like, I feel like these roads are meant for horses. Like, they're so tiny. It's like they just repaved over the cobblestone from 1900s or 1800s. Like, that's what it feels like. I don't think I need insurance if I'm a good driver. What are you, Illinois? Wait, you can drive without insurance? No, you can't, but they'll do it anyway. You can't. And if you get caught, you get put in jail. So that's why they're like calling their insurance because they just got the car or whatever. The sheriff gave you a ticket for it? Yeah. It's not possible in Germany. How are they gonna check? Yeah. Let's have this bridge 10 feet in the air. Yeah, exactly. Like, you got these random stupid bridges, and then they're super tiny. And again, you got like underneath the bridge, there's always at least 1 or 2 crackheads somewhere. It's not as bad as California in those central downtown areas, but it's pretty bad here still. About half a year ago, your car got totaled by some lady with no insurance. Man, that's insane. Well, the thing is, though, if you had your insurance, they definitely go after the lady still. But the thing that sucks about that is that they're going to go after her own assets. And that's not fun for the lady without insurance. So that's why you need to have insurance. You can't buy a car when you don't have the insurance beforehand. What? How would that... Okay, so you would have to insure the car when you're buying the car, but what if you're getting a used one? That's kind of what I was thinking. The road you're from doesn't have road lights, so like to use our very bright headlights, which can I hate LED headlights. I hate them. I hate it. I hate it. If your car has LED lights, I hate you. Get rid of them. Can you confirm California is worse than... Yes, I can. 100%. 130%. 110%. No, I hate California. I hate it. Hate it. Y'all enjoy your lovely, lovely Pacific Ocean and your very, very high house market. Enjoy it. Go ahead. Enjoy it. In your nice little weather. They hate Chicago too. Man, let them hate Chicago. We ain't nothing. We're a small little section of Illinois. What you mean? Let them hate it. Speaking of that, I wonder if I can do part-time work in the summer for the zoo. That sounds fun. I would do that. Might do that. It'd be really fun. You get flash bang every time you drive past someone with LED lights. Really? No, you talk to your insurance, say you want to buy this car, they give you a paper, and then you are insured. Oh, alright, I get it. Alright. I guess they try to do that here as well, but again, people don't... They can cancel. They can do stuff, they can get around it if they really wanted to. Dealerships are generally required to see some proof of insurance before handling over the keys, but private sale is free game. Yeah, you can just sell a game to somebody. I mean, I'm sorry, sell a car to somebody. Oh yeah, the zoo. Yeah. High beam, sorry. Yeah, I hate high beam light. You get special plates when you buy a car. Oh yeah? That's interesting. But yeah, no, a professional elephant poop scooper, fine, all right, I'll do it. I don't care if it gets my foot in the door to do the dream job that I want to do. You're gonna find me scooping elephant poop. Okay, that's the deal. The thing is, if you really have a dream to do something, be willing to start at the very bottom and climb up. If you're not willing to do that, then you don't have a dream big enough that you actually want. You don't want it enough. You don't want it. The truth is, you do not want it. And I want it, so I would do that. I would. Same thing with ministry. So a lot of people want to get into ministry and like preach to a congregation, but if you're not willing to scrub the toilets, you have no reason to be on that stage. There's a lot of preachers that should be bus drivers, and there's a lot of bus drivers that should be preachers. That is the kind of 21st century we are living in right now with Christianity. You used to have a dream, now you're old. I bet. Well, guess what? I'm 27 years old, and I just started going back to school. So you can do what you want to do. You can. You prioritize. And if you're working a job, don't buy snacks and junk and stuff like that. Pay your bills, pay your debts, whatever you have going on. Pay it. Pay it. Okay? Pay it. And then put some money aside for what you want to do. You want to go back to a trade? You want to go to school? All right, put some money towards it. It takes money to get money. It really does. So if you got a job, save your money. Save it. I'm telling you. You're spending it on a new graphics card, and what does that get you? What does it get you? Unless you're like a content creator, it's like, all right, you get the joy, I guess, but put some money aside. If you can't buy that graphics card twice, you have no reason to be buying it. That's my philosophy. That's my philosophy. If I can't buy something twice, I have no right to buy it. So that's kind of helps me a lot. Yeah, that's helped me a lot. It helped me because one time I wanted to buy this really nice TV, and I'm like, oh, well, can I buy it twice? No, actually, it would wipe me out. So I'm like, yeah, forget it. And don't finance it. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself, man. Unless it's zero interest, which most of the time you're not going to find that. Don't do it. And don't do it. Best Buy is like, oh, well, you get 6 months, no interest. No, just don't do it. Don't do it. Just keep saving. Just keep saving. Nico Marine, welcome to the meme champs. How you doing? If the GPU bought on a credit card, don't even get a credit card. Shoot, man. Listen, I took the Dave Ramsey class as well. All right, I know, hard to believe, but no. Don't even get a credit card, honestly. Like, and if you do have a credit card, only put your essential, only the gas, only your bills, only things that you know are gonna come out anyway. Put those on it and don't even use it. And the money you get back from the return, save that. I think my dad was able to get $1,000 just based off cash back. So that's pretty nice if you can do that. But if you're dedicated enough to do that, most people don't. They're not very good with their money. Most people are not able to say, oh, well, I can just put it on my credit card and then deny that. No, they keep doing it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't even have it. If you can't trust yourself with a credit card, don't have it. Just don't do it. And trust me, you will be so much better. You would be so much better if you just do not have credit cards. But again, if you're very disciplined, then fine. Get one and then get your cash back if you really want to. Why are we listening to me to give you some advice? I'm out of here. All right. All right, there's two things that I can do, all right? One is to complain about the fact that I can't play Resident Evil 9, and 2 is to play Overwatch because I got nothing else to do. Or 3, I'll give you a third option. I don't know why it's showing 4. 3, I'll give you a third option, and we can just sit here and watch dumb videos on YouTube. And maybe I'll even drop in a fourth. Yeah, that's right, that's crazy. A fourth option. And a whole other game that maybe you want me to play. You got those options, okay? The fourth one is other. The first one, Overwatch. The second one, watching dumb videos. I'm sorry. The first one was complaining about Resident Evil 9 and me not being able to play it until tomorrow. 2 is Overwatch. 3 is watching dumb videos. And 4 is another game. What's my dream job? My dream job is to... One, either A, work in any kind of veterinary field, or if you were to ask me my real dream, it would be like a exotic animal veterinarian. That would be like my biggest dream, I would say. I would have to go back to school for that, and I also need to have my foot in the door in the industry. So, in the general animal industry, that is my dream. Something along the line. There's a lot of little avenues I could do. That's what I want to do. The second dream I would have maybe would be content creating now. Maybe. Not even. I would say writing a book. So my second dream, writing a book. And then my third would be maybe content creation. Maybe. It's just still up in the air for that on me. And then, yeah, those are my personal, like, me dreams. Like, something that's tangible, like, something that could happen, that I could make possible. They're tangible dreams. They're not, like, it's not, like, something really, really big. I couldn't think of a big dream other than that. Like, I can't think of anything else that I would think of. Maybe something involving traveling, maybe. But I don't know. Those are the only things I can think of. Anyway, yeah. What about what's your dreams? Y'all, you heard me yap about my dreams this whole time. What's your dreams? Just do both, writing a book and being a content creator. Yeah, maybe. But I really like animals. Being a blacksmith. Paying rent. Yeah, that's my dream too, you know. Elementary school teacher, music teacher. Hey, that's a tangible one. That is a tangible dream. You got to put little goals. A marine biologist. Now that's awesome. That is awesome. Travel to rescue exotic animals. Yeah, I'm along that line as well. You're putting me on a spot. I have to think about it. Well, think about it. Staying alive. Crazy. You would like the manga, wildlife manga? I don't know. I'm not really much of a reader, like, with manga as much anymore. Maybe. Why is my phone going off? Is, getting married and having kids a lame dream? Actually, no. It's not a lame dream. It really isn't. I feel like my dream isn't to have kids. I wonder if maybe I'm a weird woman for that. I feel like most women have that dream deep inside. Yours would probably be cyber IT job financially, but travel the world mainly. I used to have the IT dream. I used to. Your dream was to have fix a bunch of pipes in an apartment. Wait, what? You figure it all out while the water's going everywhere, and suddenly there's an alligator swimming in Milwaukee, Florida. Time for vitamins. Time for the water I don't have, right? Retire early and become a philosopher. Hey, that's interesting. Definitely more college-based areas there. Become a Pokemon master, you know? Dream really big, they say. Really big. Unachievably big. My dream is to become a you know what? I heard a saying recently. It was like dreams so big that you're as delusional as people call you. Something like that. I forgot what it was. It was something about like be as something like that. Someone's gonna have to help me with that one. It was like dream as big. What was it? I've heard a few of them. I have a few that I keep in my pocket about that. But that one was like dream as big as to the point of straight delusion or something. Own a home and travel to Japan again would be great. It's the funny. I feel like I used to want to go to Japan, but I've gotten to the point where I know how much they hate tourists that I just would not want to bother them. That's like the point where I've gotten. I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to go, but it'd only be nice to go if I knew somebody from Japan. I feel like if I didn't know someone from Japan, I would not want to go. I don't want them to hate me. They're too nice to say what they really think. Dreaming so big you seem delusional, something like that. Yeah, obnoxious, disrespectful tourists. Tourists in general just do not seem to be liked. Unless like you know their language. Like if you know Japanese, they're like more all right with you. But if you don't, I feel like you come off as entitled over there. I don't know. That's just from what I've seen of so many people traveling to Japan and all their experiences. People be glazing on Japan too much, honestly. Yeah, I mean, like I think that's. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would make me feel some type of way. Like, imagine if I lived in Hawaii and I see all these tourists from all over the world, and it's just even people from America at this point, even though it's like the same thing. Like, even people who are just traveling over here from the States and they come over here to like Hawaii. Doesn't matter if we're all the same. Like, they hate us. They hate the other side of America. Like, they're like, no, we don't like tourists. You know, like just a little island. You in Puerto Rico. I have family who goes to Puerto Rico. That right, speak English, dang it, yeah. It's just funny. In Hawaii, some Hawaiians hate halu or foreigner. Yeah, I know they do. They hate foreigners. Imagine how they feel about Oprah, who's just out there living in Hawaii with the biggest freaking portion of one side of the island. Big old little side, a big old property, just coming over here. I don't like Oprah. I think she was on Epstein Island. I hate her. Anyway, that's basically Florida with all the tourists taking out space for every other part. Yeah, imagine like you lived actually in Hawaii and it's really hard to get out of Hawaii because you're on an island. You gotta pay to fly. I guess it wouldn't be too hard, but still. I wouldn't want to leave Hawaii. I would be fine maybe even being poor in Hawaii. I'll be on the street now. Just kidding. Is that how she lost all that weight? Yeah, probably eating children. What am I doing? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just chilling. We're chatting. We're hanging out. Where's the Kokai? I don't know what that is. You're taking your wife to Japan in April for 2 weeks. It's different. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. I'm sure you'll enjoy that one. Good to see you again, Refuse. I hope for catchy strays. Josh, Pecker, right? Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Josh would hate me for that. Unhinged. Oprah pushed the D. Chris. Oh, of course she did. Of course she did. Of course she did. Straight satanic. Tourism in Hawaii is their only economy. Oh yeah. You know who said they were in the Epstein files and then straight up went and said, "Man, they put my name in the Epstein files, but I got nothing to do with it." You wanna know who said that? You wanna know? Freaking Whoopi Goldberg. Like, she made it worse on herself. Like, what the frick? Just like, they're like, "Oh, I was on it, but I had nothing to do with it." Like, sure. Yeah. Are we all finally coming to one hive mind to realize that these people who are straight up, they got more money than they know what to do with, that they wipe their own booty with a $1,000 bill? These people are very evil. Are we finally on the same page here? Are we? No? Are we still conspiracy theories? I'm sorry, are we still conspiracy theorists for saying what we've been saying for a while? I don't think so. Anyway, my small little rant there. I don't like the elites. I don't. Listen, parallel lines. They might not meet, but they still go the same way. Release the files. No, wait, not the part that I'm in. Literally all the... And you know what's crazy to me is that people are stepping down because they were in the files. Why aren't they getting thrown into jail? Why are they not being investigated? This is just what I... Oh. Anyway, this is why I found Jesus. I can't stand this world. I cannot. I would... My bitter view of reality would be so bad that I would not even be here today if it wasn't for the fact that I found my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Like, I literally would be dead. I'd be 6 feet under. Not even joking. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. I had my run with the grippy the grippy jocks? The drippy socks? Oh gosh! The grippy socks! There we go. I've had my run with the grippy socks. You start to know too much, and you start look at Ecclesiastes, for instance. You get too much knowledge, and it makes you really sorrowful. Like a lot of knowledge about the wrong thing sometimes can make you incredibly somber, and that really probably had a part to do with it for me. You get to a point where you start to know too much. When you're a kid, you're happier and joyful because you don't know a lot about the world. You don't know a lot about the world. But the more you know about the world, the more it hardens your heart a bit, doesn't it? Ads! I'm sorry. I can't help the ads. You know, I might turn off ads again when I get my part-time job. The only reason why ads are off right now is because I'm in school and obviously I'm not working yet. So that's the reason. I might turn them off again. But you will get pre-rolls. You will get a pre-roll, which kind of sucks. They'll make me run ads no matter what. Whoopee, release the files later. They'll put anyone on that nowadays. Yeah, literally. Literally. Stupid to me. You learned a lot of this in high school? Yeah, I'm telling you guys. Hey, can I tell you a secret? Okay, this is gonna sound a little political, but it's not, okay? Let me tell you something, alright? Listen. Left wing, right wing. What are they both a part of? They're a part of the same bird. They're a part of the same bird. They're a part of the same bird. Stop falling for this one party, two party thing. All right, I'm done with that now. Anyway, what were we gonna do? Were we gonna watch some videos or were we gonna hang out and what were we gonna do? You don't get it? What do you mean you don't get it? You know, whatever, don't worry about it. What do you mean? Anyway, Overwatch. Complain about the fact that I can't play Resident Evil 9. Here, I'll do that for a quick second. I want to play Resident Evil 9, and I'm mad that I don't live in the EU, so I can get a freaking early access. Why can't I get early access, huh? Why can't I do that? Anyway, that's how I feel about that. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Risk of Rain 2. Never played it. Never played it. I do own it, but I never played it. I think someone gifted that to me like years ago, and I never played it. I didn't think I would, but they were like, "Oh, play it. Come on, please play it." cancel the marathon of Resident Evil. No, it's coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna play it tomorrow, 4 o'clock. I'm playing Resident Evil. Ya betcha butcha. I'm going to. I'm gonna play a lot of Resident Evil. Those residents are not gonna understand how evil it's about to get. Alright? I'm telling you. Tomorrow, she says. Yeah, it's Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. What else do I got going on a Friday night? No, I got nothing, don't I? I broke my stupid thing. No, it's broke. Whatever. This stupid thing wasn't even working anyway. What I broke? My little pop socket thing on the back of my phone. It's not important. It's just annoying because I fidget with that a lot. I'm a fidgeter, you know. I'm a fidgeter, you know. I like to fidget around with stuff, clearly. Alright, here we go. Sorry, I was looking at something. Know the pain? Yeah, well, I fidget. Let me find another fidgeter thing. Oh. What happened to the slug? Good question. I don't know where that's at. I'm not breaking stuff, assassin. Where you been, loco? There, I got a fidget spinner thing now. I have a few fidget things because when I talk, I do stuff. You hear that? Oh, I hit the mic. Fidget cube? Yeah. That's right. You be lurking, Brad? Oh, really? Man, some of you be lurking so much and I don't even know that you're even around. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen you in years. And you're like, no, I'm here like all the time. I'm like, well, okay. All right. Careful with the fidget. Why? Why? Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm mad that I can't play, I'm mad that I can't play Resident Evil 9. Really am. I feel like if I had Resident Evil 9 right now, would I be a happier Lupin? Would I be a happier Lupin? These are the questions we have to ask. They're so important. Would I be a happier girl? Oh my goodness. It's really interesting to me. And then on the other hand, I don't know how long Resident Evil 9 is going to take. So chances are that when I actually do start to play it, I'm gonna try and beat it like in a few days, maybe? Or would that be a disservice? I want to Leon that bad. Whatever. He's no Wesker, but he'll do. Getting a Resident Evil 9 physical copy tomorrow. Oh, physical copies. The day of physical copies. Crazy. If you're getting a physical copy, you know, you're just getting a physical key. But at the same time, you get like a little souvenir. So I feel like it's kind of cool. That's the one thing I still like about console gaming. Is that even though the games are not on the disc anymore, at least the disc is like the key. So you got like a little souvenir from playing the game, and you can put it on your shelf. I kind of like that. When Wesker said Chris, I felt that. Yeah, the residents tend to be evil. Too bad we didn't see Wesker do the Dougie. Oh man, it makes me sad every single time I think about it. If there's physical, I always try to get that. Yeah, I know you do. I know you do. You like to collect them. Nintendo still has actual cartridges, which is nice. Yeah, they do. So the actual game is on the thing, because I thought they were also just the key. Because I mean, you can't really put 50 gigs or 100 gigs on a disc, you know? At least if you did, it'd run incredibly slow. No, there's a key? Okay, so it's just a key then. It's not the actual thing then. You still have to download it anyway. Like, the thing is, they force you to download the game because it's too many gigs most of the time. Like, you can put, like, 10 gigs, you know, on a CD if it was, like, that small of a game, I guess. But they don't burn them on CDs no more. It's not how it goes. Live in that type of reality now. No more going to GameStop to get Halo 3 on a Friday night while drinking Mountain Dew. Having LAN parties. No more Blockbuster. Yeah. Feels bad, man. Yeah. We hate online exclusive media. Yeah, I bet. You know, but it's like the only thing you can get now. These hard drives be tanking I'm sorry. My hard drive is tanking 200 gigabytes just for Ark Survival. Just for Ark. Both Ark Survival and Ark Ascended, I think, took up almost half a terabyte of just space. I had to remove Survival Evolved, and now I just have Ascended, and it's still like 400 gigabytes. both of them could very well have been an entire terabyte. Terabyte, whatever. I don't have a Lisp like that, you know. Back in the day, it was simple disk into the console and then immediate game. Yeah, but they had slow loading time. But I said it. No, I didn't. Playing retro games is fantastic when you just stick a cartridge or disc in the console. Yeah, it would boot up, but they had slow time still, technically. Is Ascended any better? I like Ascended because of the graphics. I'm a graphic type of girl. I just really like graphics. I think it's fun. Alright, what I do not like is the lazy way of lighting. So, like, I'll give you the best example about that. Like, we have the RTX, like, crap now with lighting, right? Well, the thing is, it's so messy, and I have a theory that the reason why they're doing that is because it gives them an excuse to keep pushing out more cards and games to get lazy. But I like the fact that when I played, what was that Final Fantasy game with Noctis? Final Fantasy 15? Was it 15? 14? Which one was it? Anyway, that Final Fantasy game, 15, yeah, Final Fantasy 15 had beautiful lighting, but it did not have all that bull crap that we have nowadays. Like, they had to be creative with their lighting, and it looked beautiful. It looked great. It looked amazing. And it was optimized. That's the second thing. It was optimized. They had to put more time into the lighting to do, like, the lighting effects and make everything look really good, and it looked really good. Nowadays, we're lazy about lighting, and we just RTX, throw it on. Now your stuff is really not gonna run optimized. Like, I hate it. It's so stupid. So these games are so unoptimized nowadays. I hate it. And it's just lame reasons. It's just lazy reasons for, like, these stupid things that they could have optimized. See fear lighting? Which one? Some games require ray tracing too. Yeah, lazy. Just lazy. It's lazy lighting work. I'm telling you. Ray tracing. Lazy. I do want beautiful lighting, but I'd rather it be like something from like Final Fantasy 15. I think they did it great. Expedition 33 was really optimized. I do give them that. It was nice to play. Though I would still say the lighting, if they really wanted better, I feel like the lighting could have still been a little better, in my opinion. But it was still good. It is hefty. It does require a hefty PC if you're running it. Which my 4090 did pretty decent on it. But anything that's bottlenecking it is mostly because of my CPU. Because I don't even remember what CPU I have. Let me look. I think it's a Ryzen 9. Might be 7 still. Ryzen 7. I want to say 50. 57. Let me see. Let me look. Where is my mouse? Oh, my mouse is dead. Great. Love when my mouse is dead. Okay. What is my CPU again? I have the Ryzen 5 5600. I was totally off. My streaming PC has the Ryzen 9. But I have the Ryzen 5 5600 X, so I'm still kind of bottlenecking, but it's still fine. It runs great, regardless. And on my other PC, I have the Ryzen 9. You have the 5600? Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have the 56. It works decent. It works enough. I think it's a good one to have still. You have no idea what that means. It's yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's do a poll. What are we doing here? Overwatch or videos? What do you want? Overwatch or videos? I'm fine with playing Overwatch. I know that nobody's gonna really sit here and like really watch that, but I can still chat if you want. Pokemon? Yeah, let me go find my Switch real quick. Go play some more Pokemon and brain dead content from me. Egg. 1070 Ti at reduced power. Oh, well, I mean, if it's working, great. Egg. No, we are not egging. You know for a fact you don't want to sit there and watch me shiny hunt an egg. And honestly, you know I never even finished playing Sword and Shield because I got so sidetracked about shiny hunting. Did you? You want me to shiny hunt? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Why? It's so random for you to want me to do. Tell you what, if that's really what you want me to do, after Resident Evil 9, I can get back to it. But I never even finished freaking Sword and Shield because I got so into shiny hunting. Like I even got the stupid the shiny charm, but I never finished the game. Yeah, I never finished it. 13-hour egg. All the hours I have spent on Pokemon Sword and Shield or whatever. I have Sword. Every single minute and hour has just been shiny hunting. I think I'm only technically at like the level of 40 or 50. I think. I don't even want my shiny to evolve. Like, do I need my shinies to evolve? Do I need that? Maybe I'll just leave them as is. What is Overwatch 2? You only know Overwatch. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Overwatch. I wanted to play more ball. So if I do play Overwatch, I would play only ball. And people will hate me or they'll like me. If I'm in a really good team, then yeah, they might like me. If I'm in a bad team that has no idea how to run with a ball and only shield, then they'll hate me. A good team might like me. But anyway, okay. Do you actually want me to play Pokemon? Are you joking or just pulling my leg or what? Can I roleplay as a jerk in voice chat? Oh, you're funny. You're funny. You want me to be a mean person to other people who just want to sit on a Thursday night and play Overwatch and totally not be toxic in chat? You want me to be mean? No. But, yeah. Shinies are most of the time pretty weak. Why do you say that? Because their stats are lower? And they're a different color though. I'll have a weak one. So, yeah, you're gonna have to just tell me whether or not you want me to do Pokemon or Overwatch or hang out and watch videos. We can watch videos. I typically don't like always just sitting here watching videos, but I'll do that. I'm just still mad about the fact that I don't have Resident Evil 9 yet until tomorrow. Honestly, 12 a.m. when it drops, I might be able to get it, but I don't see myself staying up all night. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I will download it though. 12 a.m. I'm downloading the game. Why not all three at once? Oh man, you drive a hard bargain. What you want, Kovu? You want to watch me to do what I want to do? If you were to ask me what I want to do, I want to play Red Dead and fish. That sounds so boring for you. Go, Kovu. I ain't got nothing for you, puppy. Nesby, welcome to the meme champs. No, I don't want to put you to sleep. I'm not in the mood to put you to sleep. I will straight up put you to sleep. That's why I want to go fishing? No, I've gone fishing before. I like fishing. I've gone fishing before. But it is really relaxing. I forgot how much I kind of liked fishing. It's really fun to do. Especially during the evening. You watch so often you weren't even following. What? That's crazy. You mean to tell me that there's some people in my chat who are watching me and never followed me? That's wild. Fishing. Red Dead fishing and just yapping. Oh, look. Another sillier... Oh my gosh, you're one of them, aren't you? Welcome to the meme, champs. Go catch Joel. I would love to do that. The biggest fish I've ever caught was a pregnant bass. That is the only fish that I can ever say that I'm like, oh, look what I caught. I caught a pregnant bass. You're the kind of streamer I can fall asleep to. Oh, well, that's a compliment. Appreciate that. I'm pregnant. Yeah. I wouldn't be afraid to handle the worms or a fish. Okay, I'd be afraid to handle the worm, but I'm not afraid to handle the fish. I'm very opposite. I caught a I mean, I threw that fish back. I mean, with help, but still, I threw it back because it was pregnant and I wanted to go back. So it went back into the water. The worms are so slimy and cool. Oh, no, they're not. I don't like it, but I'll get used to it. I do it enough times and I'll just be like, all right, get the worm and throw it on the hook, I guess. I'm afraid that it would just come off the hook. I want to watch Shrek. I'm just all over the place right now. What is wrong with me? There's a lot of things I want to do, apparently. Let's watch Shrek. No, I want to watch Shrek. But I do. I love Shrek. I want to watch Shrek 1 and 2. Not really 3. Thank you. What do you mean, S. Roman? I would assume you do. You've been around long enough. You playing VC? That sounds fun, but man, why are we here? Just to suffer? I'm going to see the new one when it comes out. Maybe. I'm kind of hesitant. I don't trust any of these. Just like that new Toy Story, for instance. Like, they're just straight up robbing these shows. Or, I'm sorry, robbing these movies and the creators in the grave and just spitting all over them and just throwing them back out again. I don't know. Yeah, cash grab. Hello, Midwest. Welcome to the meme champs. I don't like the fact. It's like, imagine you made a work of art, right? I'll give you an example. Let's say that you guys made here's a great example. SpongeBob, right? You made SpongeBob. The producer dies or whatever. The author dies, and it's like, now you have no choice but to give it over to the company, and they just straight up spit, stomp, throw every meme possible, and just squeeze every bit of life out of it. How would that make you feel? Like, what if your lifelong project that you made, and it's like, it's an amazing show or whatever, just now it's the company who owns your intellectual, and now they can just stomp all on it and make whatever they want. Sounds like Marvel. I kind of have to say that it's because somebody became a sellout. Sorry, that's a little bit too sensitive of a spot, I think, but still. You chase the money, then your intellectual property is also gonna be sold, you know? I guess. So, whatever. I'm not really big on Cape films, and you already know that. I think the last Cape film that I ever liked at all was, again, Endgame, and that was it. Like, that was the only thing, and it was mostly because of Iron Man, and now that guy, forgot, what's the actor's name? The one who was Tony Stark? What's the actor's name? Now he costs like billions of dollars to have him cast. Robert Downey. Yeah, he is so expensive. If anyone were to get him into a movie, like, just to have only 16 minutes, they're spending, that is like $1 or $2 billion. That's how big he is. It's crazy. But that was the only time I ever really enjoyed Bob Jr. Bob Jr. Anyway, he quite literally became Tony Stark. Yeah, he really did. Yeah. He would give away. Oh yeah. I think there's certain actors that make it really well in the industry just because their character themselves is just so I guess not relatable, but also just very down to earth. And they can kind of hit any role because people like the actor more than they like what he acted in. Like, yeah. Is it Keanu? I forgot how to say his name, but yeah, Reeves. My brain is not braining. Anyway. Canoe? Alright, yeah, I think that's Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, there we go. Alright. Keanu Reeves. Thank you. Couldn't say it. John Wick, and if you can't say his name. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He was cool. I did like the John Wick movies, surprisingly. I didn't realize how much I would like the John Wick movies, but I did. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it. Chat voted for videos. Oh, what are we gonna watch then, if that's the case? Homies hate Overwatch nowadays, apparently. You're so old you know him as Bill. Shrek. I want to watch Shrek. I don't want to get banned on Twitch, or else I would just say, let's watch a big Shrek party. Wait, we can do that by me just going into the Discord and watching Shrek. That is a possibility. There's a possibility. I don't know. If we were to watch Shrek, I would want everyone muted. Everyone muted, because I could not. I mean, I could commentary on Shrek if you want. I could do that. What if we just sat here and watched Shrek 1 and 2? Would that be something you would want to do with me right now? Just sit there and watch Shrek? I can probably do that. We'll do that on the Discord, though. Wouldn't be here. Yeah, commentary? Yeah, commentary. I don't know. Let's do a poll. Just do a poll. Do a poll. If you want me to stay for the next 2-3 hours just chatting and hanging out and watching other things, do a poll for that. And then the second poll would be Discord Shrek. And we'll hang out. And we could I could technically still stream like an OBS on there and have like a whole stream on the watch party section. I could still do that. I learned how to do it, surprisingly. It was really cool. I just gotta make sure that I can find the movie. It's been a while. I might just see if I can do something with that. We can watch Brother Bear. Dude, I don't care. I'd watch Disney movies. I don't care. I sound like an insecure girl. What? Well, the reason why is because I always feel bad when I'm not streaming when I'm supposed to be. That's why I feel that way. Some streamers watch full movies. Yeah, and they really put themselves at risk. I don't think I'd want to put my life's I don't want to put my 4 or 5 years I blood, sweat, and tears on Twitch and just compromise that just because I want to watch Shrek 2. Like, I feel like if they do that, they can't be a partner. There's no way they can be Twitch partners if they're doing that. There's no way. And it would be Shrek to blame. Shrek would be my downfall. More angry tears than sad or happy. What is that supposed to mean? I really wish I enjoyed gaming like everyone else. I feel like I feel like I've become more of a just chatting streamer the last year. Like this past year, I feel like I've only really become a just chatting streamer, and I feel really bad about that. Like I don't know. I feel like games just don't hit the same way anymore for me. I don't know. Maybe it's because again, I don't know. It's really rare that I get to, yeah. It's rare that I find a game that I'm like, oh yeah, let's play that. But the games that I like to play are games that people don't like to watch because they're kind of boring and they're low key, just straight up like games that are really slow. And I don't like streaming slow games because I have nothing to say. I mean, I do have a lot to say, but then to the point where I'm not even paying attention to the story and it ruins it for me. You know what I mean? You get it? You get me? It's not you. Games just suck nowadays. Yeah, they ain't gonna make nothing good. I don't know. You're scrolling on TikTok and waiting to cook your food, and guess what shows up? What? What shows up? Was it Whoopi Goldberg? Was it Oprah? You love chill games because you can look away for a few seconds and not miss a major moment. Yeah. Yeah, it was 2024, you yapping the entire stream while you went ghost around 4 or 5 months and you came back. Yeah. Yeah. I did take a really long break back then too, didn't I? What was the longest break I took? I think the longest break I took was about 3 months, which was last year. I think last year was my biggest break. 3 or 4 months, I think, I went without streaming. Single player story games are about all that keeps your attention nowadays. Yeah. Yeah, I really like single player. Like, for instance, Expedition 33 was my... I would say that's probably the best single player game I have played in a very, very, very long time. I love it. I still love it a lot. It's such a good game. I haven't played all that there is to it yet because I've been playing Red Dead. Yeah, I finished it, but I want to play. My TikTok stream showed up after a demon. Oh, really? I forget that TikTok does that. I've been not paying too much mind with that one. I'm so sorry. It's because my brain kind of can't function when I'm reading like 5 different chats. Silk Song was great. I heard that. The watch party is winning. Where is the I'm not seeing any polls at. Where is there a poll at? I'm not seeing any poll. Where is there a poll? Because it's not showing up for me. I have not had a poll show up for me in a long time, I feel like. Because you guys have been saying you've been running polls, but I have not seen them. It's still up. I do not see a poll. I do not see a poll. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why polls are not showing up for me right now. Oh. The last poll you guys apparently did, I didn't see either. And I'm watching chat, so I'm not sure how it wouldn't be. Weird. Hello, Hedgehog. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know why it wouldn't be. Is Twitch being Twitch? I mean, that's not surprising to me. That sounds about right. Shrek, huh? Movie analysis of Shrek 2000. I could definitely give my thoughts on it. I don't know, it's just funny. I love those movies a lot. Alright, tell you what, we'll do that in a little bit. I'm gonna give it half and half because I don't know how many of you voted. I don't know. Take care, see you tomorrow. Alright, see you later. Tomorrow I am gonna play Resident Evil 9, yeah. It's almost like if Amazon fired Dan Clancy and hired someone else, Twitch would be better. The last CEO we had was the worst, from what I remember. You love the accidentally in love song? Yeah, that's great. That's great. You should play Witcher 3 when you finish Red Dead. I did. I didn't like it. I don't know. I guess I'm just not really into the Skyrim era as much as I thought I was, you know? Like, I kind of do. It really just, it depends. It depends for me. And, I think Witcher was kind of ruined for me. I don't know. I just, maybe I played it too early in life. I don't know. But I really wasn't into it as much as I probably might have been now. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a go again, but I wasn't a fan of the nudity. I'm not really into that. I don't really like that kind of stuff. Kind of ruins games for me. Honestly, anytime I watch a movie or a show and they put unnecessary sex scenes, they kind of ruin it for me. It just straight up ruins it for me. I feel like it's so entirely unnecessary to the point where I'm just like, why am I watching this? Like, why am I sitting here and watching this? So that's just my attitude with anything like that at this point. Like, something has to be really good for me to be like, all right, I can skip it, you know, but I haven't really found any series that was worth a dang, you know, that had that kind of stuff. I was even watching the show called Outlanders, and it had so many unnecessary sex scenes that I'm like, I liked the book, and this is just... The book was, honestly, you know, I can't take it back. I take it back. I didn't really read too much into the book. So I decided to just watch it because I had a friend who was really recommending it to me. So I didn't realize how sexual it was. And it was just like every other episode. And I'm like, I can't do it anymore. It's a good show. It was a good book. I'm good. I like this. I like the story. I like the idea. But I'm good on that. Same thing with the Witcher show. I was watching that one as well, and it was like every other scene, and I'm like, I can't do it. I'm good. I'm good. Same thing with Game of Thrones. It's so unnecessary to me. I really think it's just so unnecessary. It does not enhance the series. It does not enhance the show. It just seems like, again, like a little cash grab for the adults who feel like they want to watch a more adult show, and they get soaked up into it because they're like, oh yeah, I'm watching my real adult show. And then you get kids and teenagers watching this stuff because they think that they're adult now, and now all of a sudden they're just looking at nothing but straight up smut. Yeah, literally. So it just starts horrible habits. Don't like it. Don't like it. Literally only I mean we question why porn addiction is so like up here. I don't know why we were questioning it. It's in all of our shows. It's in all of our movies. I don't know why you would you're watching this crap from when you're like 11 because your parents are watching it and they don't see anything bad about watching these shows. Just like every other scene. Like, all right, well, that's what you're gonna raise. Just that's what it is. I think I remember when I was young, like I would watch, it's like those adult rating shows. I would always watch secretly, and nobody done nothing to stop me on that. It's all normal TV shows nowadays. I mean, yeah, they even spring into the. I mean, I don't even watch TV. Let's be honest, I don't watch TV. I don't. There's nothing to watch. There's nothing for me to even want to watch. It's just, I'm good. Someone says exactly the same you do. Too much scenes in such series. Game of Thrones could be good. Yeah, everyone kept recommending me that. Okay, listen. If you're gonna have a show that's gonna have a lot of those type of scenes, at least do it right then. Like, for instance, I used to watch, well, before Grey's Anatomy got really bad, but like I used to like Grey's Anatomy, and yeah, they had the scenes, but they weren't so detailed. You know what I mean? It was just like quick, and you knew what they were doing. Like it was just like a quick scene, and you're like you had the idea. You knew they went under the covers. You know, like we used to do that, but now they don't do that anymore. They want to get real detailed in these scenes, and it's like, okay, all right, I guess we're going there now. Hello, Vorf and Jay. Welcome to the Meme Champs. How you doing? This is why you only watch really old TV shows. Yeah, I only really watch. I don't really watch anything, honestly. I don't watch TV. I don't even have a Netflix account. I canceled it a long time ago when I realized that it wasn't worth $14.99. The nanny. Yeah, watch these old sitcoms. I mean, I watch old shows at this point. It left a lot to the imagination. Yeah, I mean, like, there is nothing left for the imagination when you're just straight up just sitting here watching. You're just watching it. You might as well just pull up the hub. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you might as well. Like, the frick? Like, what is going on here? So I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch shows anymore. It's just annoying. I can't. Just annoying. And I'll give you another example as the reason why I don't like watching Netflix is that there was a few interesting shows I used to like with like crime. I can't really put my finger on it. Which one was I watching? I remember I was watching this spin-off show. It was a spin-off Netflix show. It was about a murderer. It made me so physically sick because of how detailed they got. It had all of it. It had just all of it. And I just turned it off. And I remember just feeling entirely like... I felt like something was watching me for the entire night. I felt like I invited something into my home. It was that bad. Like, from watching these films. Like, you really do gotta be careful what you're watching. It felt... Oh, yeah, it was the Dahmer. Yeah, it was. It was not the documentary. It was the spinoff. That was the one I watched. And I literally felt like there was something watching me. Like, I straight up had to pray my whole house. Like, I straight up just stopped, and I just, like, I took some oil and rubbed it on the walls, and I prayed over my home, because it felt icky. After watching that, I felt so gross, like, so nasty. It was unreal how gross I felt. And I'm like, this is disgusting. Like, I just can't watch stuff like that. I used to be not really bat an eye with like crime videos or crime documentaries or like even movies like horror movies. Some horror movies are just like, it's whatever, you know, or it's like, ooh, get a spook. But now it's just trying to be as horribly demonic as humanly possible. Like these shows are trying to be like, they're all trying to like outdo each other by being worse and worse. I think I remember the worst show I ever watched when I was young was called Hostel, And it was a movie, I'm sorry. And it was because of my stupid friend, okay? I went over to her house and we were in her basement, and she was like, oh, my dad has these movies called Hostels, we should watch it. And I'm like, what's it about? And she's like, oh, it's like they get messed up and they get tortured. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, go ahead, I guess. And she puts it on, and I was like, mind you guys, I'm 13. I'm like 13. And we watched Hostel in her basement, and I was so horrified for the entire night of ever getting kidnapped. Like, I was so deathly scared of getting kidnapped ever since then. And then another friend of mine had us watch Human Centipede, and oh my gosh, that messed me up. We went outside, and my friend vomited on the ground. We after we finished watching it, we went outside. We were all physically sick, and then he just vomits onto the grass. I still mess with him to that day. We're still friends, so sometimes I still tease him about that. But yeah, he straight up just vomited on the ground. Great friends I had there. Yeah, I mean, we were 13, 14, just little brats. But yeah, I guess this probably is part of the reason why I don't like watching horror movies or shows or things like that anymore. It's just makes me feel icky. It just looks gross. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not big on that. My mom used to always be pretty big on like horror films. Like she's always been big on it, but I'm not. My friends sound interesting. I mean, I'm not friends with 3 of those anymore. Just one of them. Human Centipede will definitely mess you up. Oh yeah, so bad. We literally, I remember I was having a sleepover and we were just all so disgusted. We were so grossed out. I think we had to play Naruto just to try and like get our brain like out of that. We were just playing Naruto Storm 3. That was a fun time. That was a fun time. But yeah. Wow, it's only 6 o'clock. Wow, it's only 6:30. Naruto is kind of for kids. Oh, I'll make you eat your words, man. I'll make you eat those words. Who do you think you are? I feel like I look like I'm in like a interview setting. Are we interviewed for something right now? What would I be interviewing you for? All right, why are you here today? Why do you think you are best fit for this position? You met Boruto's dad? Conkier, where the frick have you been? We were talking about your art piece the other day. You guys remember the lights are on but nobody's home? Yeah, that's him right there. He still is around then. I take it back. Where do we see ourselves in 5 years? Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years? 6 feet under. I'm just kidding. You need money. Yeah, I know. It's like, what if we were just honest with all these interviews? They're like, why do you want to work here? Because I need to get paid. Like, is that a bad answer? Is that a bad answer? Because I need money? Oh, because I really want to be a good asset to your company. I really think that you guys could use someone like me and with my expertise. Yeah. I really just want to work with you guys. I just want to work for free. I'd work for free for you guys. I just want to be a really good corporate tool. Yeah. Like, what do you want me to say to that? Want money? I'm not here because I'm gonna be for free. Because I'm poor. Why do you want this position? Because I'm living in my car, sir. Don't lie in your interview. Meanwhile, everybody lies. Exactly. Don't say free. That sounds like slavery. Yeah, well. I'm a big fan of staying alive and paying my bills. If you want to be a corporate tool, just work at Disneyland. Hey, you know what? Those Disney princesses, though, they're happy, aren't they? They seem pretty happy. They're happy to be a corporate tool. They're walking around looking like freaking... I was going to say Matilda. I was going to say Matilda. They're walking around looking like Cinderella, and they get to sit here and enjoy life and roleplay. They straight up are just LARPing. Break into your interviewer's computer and approve yourself. Stupid. That is such a you thing to say, Shino. You're extremely honest when doing interviews. I feel like I am too. I just have to force myself to believe the things that I need to believe. Yeah, I almost said Matilda. Did anyone watch Matilda? I used to love that. I used to love that movie. LARPers are kind of scary, no offense. Why? They're fine. They're enjoying themselves. I think my favorite LARPer over in Disney is the who's the girl? Oh my gosh. The villain. What was her name? What was her name? She's a villain. She plays as Maleficent. Yeah. What's the girl's name again? What's the evil the evil one's name again? Gosh, what is her name? My brain is not working. Cruella de Vil. Shut up. That was her name? Is it really? Is it Maleficent? I swear it was something different. I swear it was something... The original? Maleficent? Whatever. Yeah, her. The lady in... The bad girl Maleficent. The horns, yeah. Her. I love watching... No, not Ursula. I'm not into that one. Yeah. I love seeing her acting over in Disney. I would only go to Disneyland just to see her. Like, that would be the only reason. She's great. I love it. I did like the Maleficent movies, like the remakes. I admit I did enjoy those quite. I feel like I'm biased with that though. I think I only really enjoyed those because like me and my mom watched them, and me and my mom had like a lot of talk about it. So I guess it's kind of like connected to a memory. But I do. Speaking of memory, you want to know what my dream was last night? It was so weird. I had a dream that I was in alien isolation, and I guess my goal was to, you know, like do 3. It was like 3 patterns. It was weird. I had to get through it, but people were watching me on the movie. It was weird because like people were watching me, but I was actually in alien isolation, and I remember freaking out and just trying to like outrun the stupid alien and do the puzzle. And is Happy in here? Hey, Happy. Are you in here? And this is really random too. Someone get Happy in here because he's part of it for some reason. Right? He was randomly in the dream, but I made him mad. You had a video game dream and a streamer dream in one. Yeah, it was like all of it. But I never watched anything with alien isolation, so it was really random. Happy's offline. All right, well, tell Happy that he was in my dream, and I guess he was like, hey, it's me, Happy. Like, apparently he was trying to talk to me in real life, and he was like, don't you know me? And I'm like, who are you? Like, I knew who he was, but I was pretending like I didn't. I'm like, who is you? And he's like, it's me, blank. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know you. And then he looked at me like really hurt, and then just like walked away. And I'm like, oh. I made him unhappy. Yeah. What a weird dream. Because I was pretending like I didn't know him, but like he took it seriously. And what a random dream. I treated him so poorly. No longer happy anymore. He was genuinely hurt. I just remember him walking away like, oh, she doesn't recognize me. And it really is like such a happy thing. I feel like if that were to happen, you would be just straight up hurt. But anyway, what a weird dream. I know. And I was competing against Very Cherry. She was also playing Alien Isolation, and we were both just trying to hurry up and I guess like beat the game or something at a reasonable time while everybody watched. Oh, and Kaito was in it too. It was me, Kaito, and Cherry. Me, Kaito, Cherry. Kaito was doing his way of doing it. I was doing my way of doing it, and then Cherry was doing her way of doing it. Cherry sucked. She kept dying. I was succeeding. Kaito was also succeeding. We both were. But no, not Cherry. Cherry kept getting stuck. So it was just a weird dream. Wow, Yeet. Wow. Random. But anyway, yeah, it was just a really random dream. It was like really hyper realistic, and then like I had an interview or something, and it was like, how did you feel doing this with beating the alien or whatever? And then I remember leaving the theater. It was just really random. You should tell Cherry that. No, I don't want to. No, don't send it to Cherry. She's gonna think that I think that she sucks at games. Start a fight? Wow. Wow. I see how it is. I see how it is. But, anyway. Shrek. Don't worry, Emma. Of course you are. Sounds like a future triple. We've had a collab before. We've collabed before. That was the old squad. Nah, that was the old squad. Shrek. I am reminded of Shrek. But, I was thinking, I know it's a dangerous thing for me to do. I don't know. Who was the first to collab with? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? You're not good at whatever. No, I'm just really brain fogged for some reason today. Actually, I know exactly the reason why I'm brain fogged. I know exactly why. I just don't want to tell you that because I know that there's someone who wrote an entire VTuber list of this. So I don't really want to be on that. First collab was with the Lurd. Yeah, you right. I like how Nesbot knew exactly what I was talking about. That's why you put in the laugh, huh? God, the moon. What? What? I'm sorry. You have to use the emote for that, Yeet. Where's the emote? Oh, you just got it? Yeah. I think I know why now. Made you a list. Someone made a list of all your... Someone made a... There's a lot of lists, and people have put me on lists before. I don't care. But I don't want to be on that one. I don't want that one. I'm good. I'm real good on that. A woman thinking? No way. Shut up. Just the government... Uh-huh. You're dumb. Goodness. Are you naturally this dumb, Shino? Or did it take some time? Why are you mentioning about it? Because I was telling you that was the only reason I could think of that I'm acting out of place. Sorry. I didn't say it physically. Not the lisp. Whatever, I don't care. I get the lisp when I get mad. Clearly. Clearly. A woman that thinks. A witch! It's stupid. I am forgiven. What? Listen, man. If that kind of stuff is still kind of like taboo to you, you're gonna have to get into the real world, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. When I called you a shashin, ew. Ew. Good thing you still got some clips. Of course you do. You guys be taking the clips and never letting me live it down. Never. Never living it down. Anyway, so. One of the streamers you watch was on that list. Not surprising. You just got back for setting up some horse fencing. Horse fencing? Hey, you live on a farm? You live on a farm? You do horses? You got horses out there? Shoot. I want to go horseback riding. I miss horseback riding. I like horses, but no one I know can go with me because either A, they're allergic, or B, they don't like horses, or C, they just can't. Oh, I love horseback riding. I miss horseback riding. And this is really boring areas out here. There's nothing interesting to go horseback riding. I love horses. Listen, I would be a horse girl if I grew up on a farm. Yeah, I would be. I would be. Yeah, and I think horses are the coolest creatures ever. I love horses. I do. I do. I went horseback riding last year. I am not playing no Uma nothing. Don't even bring it up. No. Goodness gracious, it's gonna turn me into a horse now? What would I be? A chestnut? You know what? Forget it. Get out of here. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Car guys are just male horse girls. Exactly. Thank you. If you were a man, okay? If you were a man and you had to have a horse, I guarantee you, y'all be loving horses. You would. You'd be like, this is the fastest horse in the West. You know? In the West. You're setting yourself up, I swear. Shut up! I don't care! Alright? I like horses. I like going horseback riding. The best horseback riding I have ever went was when I was on the beach on the East Coast. It was a great experience I'll never forget. I loved it. But if a man likes both cars and horses, well, we got a cultured man. In the West or in the West? Shut up. Do you like cars? No, I don't actually. I just like the horses. I like the fact that you can bond with an animal that can clearly leave you paralysis. I'm sorry. Can leave you with paralysis. A horse can leave you with permanent damage. Yeah, the haunts. The haunts can 100% leave you entirely paralyzed for the rest of your life, but you bond with it. I prefer the haunts. I like the haunts. I would do the race derby. I would. If I had a horse, I'd be like, let's do that. Let's win. Let's win. Do you like jazz? No, I like horses. If I could find a fun horse game, I'd play it. I would. And I'm not afraid to admit it now. Because I want my dream to become a reality. I want to work with all animals. So you want to be a jockey? No. No. No, maybe. It's a rich people's sport. It's crazy. It's more affordable to have a car than a horse. Definitely be Clydesdale if you were a worker breed. What is that? No! Isn't Red Dead Redemption a horse game? No, because they're shooting. Well, no, not really. No, not really. You only get 4 stables. I'm sorry, you only get 4 horses. 5 if you have a temporary. Not really. Listen, I want all the horses. I want to listen, you guys get like anime gacha games with all these stupid anime waifus, all right? Why can't I get a gacha game about just straight up like animals I can collect and breeds? I played Fire Emblem gacha game, which was Fire Emblem Heroes, but I'm telling you, why don't I get a gacha game with all like the different type of animals I can collect? I'm like, hey, look what I got. And I'm not talking Pokemon. I'm not talking Pokemon. I don't like Pokemon. I mean, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I'm talking real animals. I'm talking real breeds. I'm talking real stuff. I'm telling you. It's called Feral Heart. I'm going to strangle you really hard. Really, really hard. Did I get Crumb in his bunny suit? And? No, I don't want a little anime girl to capture. I want a breed. I want to capture a German Shepherd. I want to capture an Australian Shepherd. I want a bunny. I want a ferret. I want to capture a bearded dragon. I want a freaking blue jay. I want to capture animals. Like, I love animals. You want a what? What do you mean I want a what? What are you talking about? I want a gacha game where I can just capture different types of animals and be like, this is what I got. If I could have a big farm, I would. If I could have a farm and that would be my life's work and I somehow get paid from that, I would. I'd have the goats. I have the cows. I'd have all the animals. I'd have the lambs. I have the chickens. I have the hens. I'd have the bunnies, the guinea pigs. I'd have all of it. Calm down, Noah. Listen, I'm an animal lover. If I could have more dogs, I would, but I cannot do that financially, nor could I do that for the health of the animal. I would not be able to have any more. And I'd have more cats if I could have more cats, but I would not be able to get any more litter than I already get. I could not do that. I have 2 litter boxes for 2 cats, and I should have 3. I want to work with animals. I want to do that. Ark survival care. And now you wonder why I played a lot of Ark. I loved the dinosaurs, yeah, but I liked the fact that I can just have my own little collection. I love that stuff. I love taming. I love bonding with animals. I think it's great. I don't care, okay? My dream is to be maybe not a veterinarian, because a veterinarian is a lot, but I wouldn't even care being a vet tech. I don't care. I'd be entirely happy just working out in those areas. So if I could travel, it'd be great, but shoot, if I get the opportunity to be like, okay, I can go to school and become a veterinarian, maybe I would. If I had that kind of money, I might. I probably would if I did. But I was stupid in high school, and I said, oh, I'm in IT because I'm good at it. I'm good at computers. I'm gonna stick what I'm good at. It's where the money is. Like, oh, I hate that people talk to me out of that. I really do. I really hate that people talk to me out of it. And talked me out of it because they said I wouldn't get paid a lot. And anyway, sorry, that was my little vent again. I'm telling you, it must be the moon. Be that one streamer, Maya, who's that? If she's living my dream, I hate her. No, I'm just kidding. No, my straight dream is just, I just love animals. I do. And it's not the type of love where it's like where I can't handle them dying or anything like that. Like, I've already handled loss before. I had 4 hamsters that died. No, I'm just kidding. I've handled loss before. It's not like that kind of stuff doesn't really hit on me too much. And I also don't project my feelings and emotions onto animals as well. I think that's a major difference. Is this lost? No. The difference for me is that I don't project my feelings on the animals and be like, oh, well, the animal must feel this. Like, the animals feel a certain way, but scientifically, they're still very different from us. And I feel like too many people project their feelings on animals nowadays, and it's just cringe. And then they're like, oh, but the sad little deer out in the wild, like, oh, it's so sad. Like, the deer doesn't even know what it's gonna do in like 5 minutes. It's fine. I'm telling you. And like, it's sad, sure, if they get hit by a car, but the deer doesn't know what the deer does. I hate talking animal videos. Yes, I hate talking animal videos. It makes me so mad. I hate when people say that animals are like, they're feeling like when people show a video of dogs looking really like guilty and scared, and they're like, oh, well, the dog is just guilty because what it did. It's like, no, it's not guilty. It's feeling fear from your reaction or how you're gonna react. Like, so many people just project their feelings onto animals, and it makes me so annoyed. They are their own creature. They deserve respect, yes, but they don't deserve you to sit here and be like, oh, this animal is feeling anxious. It's anxiety ridden because of something, like, whatever. Like, what? So there is animals that suffer with anxiety, but it's not that kind of anxiety that we face. It's different. It's different. For them, it's because there was something that happened to them. It's usually trauma based. Too long didn't read. Carrie hates. No, I don't. No, I don't. Listen, it's like people who are like, oh, I choose the bear. I choose the bear. You're projecting your feelings on a bear. This animal could rip you apart. It don't care about what you feel. It will rip you into pieces. But I love the bear. I do. But I love the fact that it is the exact creature that God intended it to be. A bear. A bear. I have my own soul. we give like these super intelligent emotions to these animals. Like, even with crows, for instance, people will be like, oh, I bonded with the crow, it loves me. And it's like, no, it gives you coin because it knows it will get food from you. And maybe it might show a little appreciation, but it's because it's marking you in its territory. Animals are animals. People are people. Like, they are not like that. They do things by pattern. They do things by recognition. It's all transactional. Crows are known to protect people whom they claim. People who they know they get things from. I too would probably end up claiming a human if they were feeding me all the time. It's animals. So yeah, I say I love animals, but I respect the animals that which they are. And I'm not like these over crazy, like, I'm gonna be a vegan, I could never eat meat. No, I love my meat too much. I will eat the cow, and I'm very thankful for God for cows. I will eat the cow, but I also do like the cow, and I will pet the cow as well. And I'll get the milk from it and sell it. I like animals. I do. But if I gotta eat, I gotta eat. Same thing with an animal. If it's gotta eat, it's gonna eat. Are you gonna get mad at the bear for eating the deer? No, it's an animal. It's eating. It's the way it is. It's the way that happened. This is what happens when you fall out of the garden. It's the curse of life. Thank the cow for thy sacrifice. Thank you, as I'm about to eat you, because I really want a burger right now. I picked the grizzly bear over chat. No. If I were to work in that sanctuary, though, maybe I pick the bear over you, chat. Maybe if I got that job opportunity, I would. If I got to work with a bear and die doing what I love, just like Gator Lover guy, what's his name, from Australia, I also would go that way. I would also die doing what I love. We can't hire you on the basis you want to eat the bear. I don't want to. Steve Irwin. If I can be like Steve Irwin, I would. That would be a dream. Imagine if I had... Imagine if there's a VTuber out there whose job is to do something like that. I'd pick a plate of Mexican rice and sour cream over you. No, I would not. I have not had that in so long. I miss my mom's cooking. Gator loving guy. You did not just diss Steve Irwin. I couldn't think of his name. That's why I called him that. I could not think. But now his kids are doing the same thing that he did. Living the dream. Try eating a rabbit. I've never ate a rabbit before. I just keep getting remembered of that one streamer who was playing, I don't know what game she was playing, but then the rabbit gets like killed and she's like, oh, no rabbit. What? That's not me. That is not me. If I need to hunt and gather, I would. I just wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it so much because, you know, again, I love animals, but I do it. Respect all animals and respect all food. Respect the food. But I feel like that's the exact kind of mindset, though, I feel like would make me better suited for the animal field, though, is because I feel like there's too many people who, again, they put their feelings into the animals too much and they're unable to work, or they end up hating the work, or they end up hating it because they have to see that all the time. I think when you have... Same thing with the health industry. I think some people care more about animals than people, and that's the problem. I couldn't do medical field because of that same reason. It's hard for me to see people die. It would be very difficult for me to see people die over and over and over again. People who I'm trying to help, if I was a nurse, I could not do it. I couldn't do it. See, I care more for people than I do animals, but I do very much love animals. That is a passion of mine still. So that is the reason why I say that I would be a lot more... Do I feel like I'm talking in an interview or something? The frick? I'm out of here. I talk about this dumbest stuff sometimes, I swear. Just going on a little rant about the randomest thing. Whatever. I don't even got no water. Your mom was a trauma nurse? A special kind of breed. Yeah, it does take a special type of breed. You have to separate yourself from that. And some people can, some people can't. I could not do that. I cannot separate. I would end up being very upset and bitter and angry. Animals are a little different. I mean, their lives are a blinking of an eye. People love them, but family lives, a human life, is way more valuable. Way more valuable. 2K, 19 months. Yeah. Thank ya. Hope you're doing good, Tuki. Personally think people put too much faith in the animal intelligence. Yeah, I agree. There's really smart animals, like I said. Like, I do like the crow because of how smart they are. And I do like certain breed of dogs because they are very, very, very smart. And they yeah, they will a lot of times mimic whatever you're feeling. Of course they have their feelings. I'm not saying that animals don't have feelings. I'm saying that we project too much intelligent feeling behind it when they're very, very basic. They're very simple. I think that's the point I was trying to get at. Not that they don't have feelings, they do, but not that kind of feeling. My mom argues me with that all the time. She's like, no, Mama's animals have so much feeling. They feel everything. They like when the little cat's outside. So my mom, she makes like a little animal shelter in the back because it gets really cold in the winter times, and she starts crying about it because of the animals. And I'm like, listen, they're in survival mode. It's the way of life. I don't know what to tell you. You're trying to say how you would feel, how is exactly how the cat would feel, but like the cat might feel cold. It's gonna go somewhere warm, but it's in survival mode. It's not the intelligent thinking that you have. For instance, if you put a cat in a cage, okay? It's very different than how if you put a person in a cage, okay? If a person is in a cage, we are so intellectually developed that would be actual torture. But for an animal, they're in a cage and they're like, oh, wow, I'm in here. Yeah, you don't want to keep them in for too long, but they don't have this. They don't have a million thoughts that they're thinking about all the time like we do, like that. You know what I'm trying to say? So my mom just we argue on that. She disagrees, which is fine. But yeah, so I think you forget that some people are into that. Oh my gosh, my mom's a good egg. Yeah, yeah. The rationality. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. And yeah. You know, again, if you keep an animal in a cage for too long, it does get depressed. So I do want to say that too. They do show signs of getting depressed because they get really antsy. They're meant to be out and about. But again, if I was put in a cage for 5 hours, like we do for a lot of animals that need to be put away because they're a danger if not, yeah, I would hate everything. I would literally go crazy. I would go mentally insane. That doesn't happen to an animal. They just want to be out. Us, we want to be everything else. That's torture to our mind. It's like putting us in a box. But look at the hamsters. You put a hamster in a box, you can put your feeling on the hamster too. Like a hamster inside of a cage. You can be like, oh, this hamster. I'm antsy because I can't go outside. Yeah, because any bit of confinement for a human is absolutely horrible. It really is. That's why jail cells are like, these people are just kind of, they go crazy after a while. They try and do everything they can to keep themselves stimulated. Not just you. It's just a theory. Yeah. A pet wolf? Yeah, I thought about having a pet wolf when I was little, obviously. No, that's not possible for me because I might as well get a horse. But no, I would rather work and take care of animals like that. That would be my life. What do you want, Kovu? What you want? You smell like your food bowl. You smell like your food bowl. You've been eating. Here's my good doggy. That's my good doggy. You look so pitiful. You look so pitiful. Go get your toy. You look so pitiful. Kind of like how a ferret will show you its babies. If you ignore them, they'll abandon their kid to starve. That they don't care. Yeah, they don't. He heard me wanting a wolf and he thought he was getting replaced. Nothing replaces my little Kovu. He heard you say you didn't have feelings. You're just staring at me. He's a happy dog. Listen, dogs have very basic emotion, okay? They have happy, they have whimper, they have bad dog, and they have scared. Very basic. Yes, very basic. And doggy is happy right now. That's why he's licking my leg nonstop. Unless he's trying to eat me. I don't think that's quite the case. Would you eat me if I died? You know, a cat would. Owner, if you died, cats get right to work. And dogs, they'll wait until they're like starving before they do something like that. But a cat, yeah, they'll eat you. They'll eat your face off. They're like, oh, owner dead? Well, yummy for me. I got free dinner. Rain and Kai would eat me, yes. If I died and no one showed up, they would eat me. What will happen if animals have human-like intelligence? Will they still be our pets? I don't think so. No, if animals had human-like intelligence, they would not. Actually, the more intelligent the animal, the more that they cannot be confined. So like wolves and stuff, very intelligent. Look at the killer whale. Killer whales are really, really intelligent animals, and keeping them confined is actually torture because they think a lot more. They do think a lot more. And they need to be out. They need to be, well, I mean, they have a lot more space. We do not have the capacity to give the space that a killer whale would need. And then we'd be putting them in these small little tiny little tanks. Like that's probably a straight torture. It depends on the intelligence of the animal, but most animals do not have the intelligence that we do. They do not. Ferrets are like Sparta. Off the cliff you off you go. Owner doesn't like. I love ferrets so much. If I could have ferrets, I would, but they do stink. They do stink, and I think they need those rabies shots very often, from what I heard. I just don't think I wouldn't have the I just don't think I'd be able to get a ferret. It comes down to their habits. They're just so cute. I just love the little noodle. Every time I see a ferret, I must grab. But they do stink. They do stink. The little ferrets, little skunk. Little stanks. And then their cages are really gross too. Yeah, they're really stinky. My mom's allergic to ferrets, so that was another reason why I was never able to get one growing up. I did really want one. You would love to have... you know, I could totally have a ferret if I really wanted. I'm an adult now. But they stink. I should not, though. They do stink. They do stink. Unless I had, like, a home that I could, like, maybe outdo the stink. I just wouldn't. But I really could if I really wanted to. I'm becoming self-aware. I am. Get a job first. Shut up. I'm trying. I'm just not gonna work in childcare. I'm good. I don't want to be a teacher. No more. No more. You're an adult? No. No, I'm not. Clearly. Clearly. Yes. When you realize you have free will, you'll finally put an air fryer in your... I have an air fryer in your room! That's crazy. You know, I don't fry a lot of things. I try to eat healthier, probably unlike you. Unlike you. Alright, guys. Do you actually want to watch Shrek or nah? Mini fridge. Do you actually want to watch Shrek? Because I'll set it. We can go in the Discord. Which one? Both. 1 and 2. I think I'd be fine spending the rest of the night doing that. Yeah? I'll just sit and watch Shrek. We'll just go in the Discord then. I think I'll make the watch party. I think we can just go into watch party. Or not watch party. I think I'll make it on the stage thing. Because I have to make sure everyone's muted. I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear a set. I don't want to hear I don't want to hear nothing. I want to hear Shrek. Why not watch both at the same time? That's funny. There's Discord? Of course! Exclamation point Discord. Someone post the link. Watch party so we would be muted. Yeah, I want to just watch it. So I probably would be mostly muted as well. More than likely. I don't know. Up to you. Maybe I'll do something like that. Wesker! Wesker! But you love your voice. Sing along? I mean, I could do a mini stream, but it's up to you. If you want me to do a mini stream while watching the movie, I technically can do that in Discord. But if you want to just watch movie only and me just totally out of the picture, we can also do that. So, how about we do a poll for that or something? Because I'd have to set up my crap. But I don't mind. I don't really care. But I could talk, I suppose. I could still technically stream if you wanted that. But if you just want the movie only, we could also do that, which would be kind of preferable. Because, again, I'm in a weird mood right now. I'm like in a transitional period still, so I'm like here and there. Are you gonna do commentary? I mean, it would technically be that, yeah. Technically. Remember you asking you that during Discord chat? What do you mean? Commentary would be nice. I don't know. We'll see. See you later, 44. That's all good. Poll is up. Alright, use that poll. Yeah. I wouldn't talk over the whole entire thing like a director's cut. No, I would just kind of... I would have very few little comments, so... Very few comments. I would probably prefer just to watch it. But up to you. I can still do it. I can still do it that way. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Plus, if I eat, I definitely won't be talking. And I am hungry. I do want to eat. I want to find something to eat. Technically, all I ate was those eggs and, yeah, the banana and the grape. That is really all that I've been eating. I probably should eat. It doesn't help. Watch their movie. And tomorrow, again, Resident Evil 9. I don't want to play anything because I know I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 9 tomorrow. So I'm kind of bothered to play any game. That's why I didn't really play nothing, because I just want to play Resident Evil. And I'm so mad, man. I'm freaking mad. I want to play it. Curse you, EU people. Dang it. Always gotta get things first. Little spoiled brat they are. Spoiled brats. Hate the East. Yeah. Whatever. I'm decompressing. Yeah, I am. Your brother lives in Asia and he's already playing it. Man, must be nice. Hey, don't hate on EU. They have good food over there. I don't care. Good food. Okay, all right. Sure. They have better food for you. I'll give you that. Healthier food for sure. For sure. They have healthier food for sure. Don't start. They do have better for you to eat food over there. I agree. But I've seen the bean toast. I've seen the bean toast, okay? I've seen it. All right. Do your vote, you little brats. Do your votes. If you really do want me to play Pokemon, by the way, I can attempt to do so. I can. Probably not next week, but the week after, maybe. Maybe. I don't want to go crazy having to sit there and open eggs again, but maybe we'll watch content while I'm doing that. It'll be like a whole freaking like Gen Z attention span 0 stream. A shiny farm, that's right. Movie only do in? Alright. Very cool, very good. Very good. Alright, y'all. Then don't forget the VR chat. Actually, Freedom. Oh, I'm very glad you brought that up. So, I have seminar that day. I need to go. I have to leave, and I have to go seminar both that Friday and Saturday. So it's not gonna work. We need to postpone it to another week. I'm sorry. Yeah, but I forgot. I'm supposed to every first Friday of the month. I need to leave to go to seminar. So, boo. I can't help it. I can't change that. I forgot when I had made the date, but I had all intentions for it. But then I looked into my schedule and realized, well, so we're at to reschedule that. Call in sick. I call in sick. Shoot, those are college credits I need. I am not gonna skip out on college credit just because I want to stream. Not gonna happen. I'm sorry. In no world will I ever do that. I need it. So, standing us up on the first. Oh, you're funny. So yeah, we'll have to reschedule, but I don't know when. Let's just see how things are working. Because if I get a call for an interview, things are gonna change a lot around here. Because I will not be making the schedule, and if I have to work on Saturdays, which most likely is gonna happen, yeah, I'm gonna be really busy. Like, really busy. I'm gonna have school, work, stream, my own personal life. It's gonna be a lot. So, yeah, I just don't see myself making it as a full-time content creator. So I'm gonna watch my back, and I'm going to put in the hard work that is needed in this day and age, okay? And try and maybe go for my dream. And if that doesn't work out, then I trust God that he'll lead me where I need to be. Amen, amen. All right, y'all, I'm getting out of here then. We're gonna watch Shrek in the Discord. We'll do Resident Evil tomorrow. I'll figure out what we're gonna do for the VR game thing, which we'll do. And yeah, we'll hang out in there. We'll watch Shrek. I want to watch Shrek. I'm just in a Shrek mood, to be honest. We'll watch 1 and 2, maybe just 1, depending. I think 1 and 2 will be good. And I'll have it all out there, and we'll watch it. Unless one of you has it pulled up already, and if that's the case, someone put it in watch party or whatever. Hey now, are you able to stream in in the stage Discord or only in VCs? Can someone verify that for me? Because I don't remember. Thanks for stream. Well, thank you for hanging out with me. I don't understand what I do for some of your guys' loyalty, but hey, I'm loyal to you. If you're loyal to me, I'll stick around, but depends on how things go in the future. I'll see. If I still got y'all here, I'll definitely hang out a lot still. I'll prioritize that. Chera over. Look at the meme, champs. You ain't going anywhere? Dang. Telling me that I'm never gonna be able to live my dream because I gotta be stuck streaming? Funny. I'll always have a Discord. Probably. Although I'm not liking what Discord's doing recently with the whole identification thing. It's bull. I'm stuck with you. Oh yeah. Is Kaito streaming? Is Kaito streaming, or is he doing something else? No, he's streaming. Let me go ahead and raid that loser. Yeah. Y'all stick around and tell Kaito, he's a brat. How about that? Tell him that. Tell him he's a brat. You gotta tell him that specifically. Brat squad. Yeah. Where is he at? There he is. Let's tell him how much of a brat he is. Anyone like Smash? Go play Smash with him, I suppose. He looks like he's in the market for playing Smash. He's in the Smash market right now. Let's give him a little jump in. Yeah. You've been looking at trying out Element as a alternative. I heard that wasn't that the one where you don't get like servers though? I don't know. I'm probably gonna stick on Discord until we find another alternative. Discord's getting too much of a big head about things recently. Too much. Let's see. Let's do that. Yep, that'll work. Peace out, homeboy. Let's go to Discord. Tell me if on Discord I have to use stage or whatever. I'm gonna jump in there. And then I'm gonna mute everybody when I actually start the movie. Okay? Or if you want to talk, you can talk, but you'd have to go in general. Alright, see you later, twin. Don't be digging in your butt, twin. Don't be doing that. Alright. I'm gonna ignore you like always. Buddy, you don't even talk to me. Acting like you ain't my friend. Element, you have to pay for a private server? Oh, crazy. Crazy. Alright. Let's go say hi to Kaito Tojiko. Tell him I said hi. I might say something too. Who knows? Let's see.